Oh, did you do? Welcome to People Without Pants.
I
Today
have
is a very exciting day. We were late because I was cleaning all the jizz off the inside of my pants from the various news that I read. That makes me so happy.
I, on the other hand, had to dislodge myself from the flagpole that is life. So
True.
sometimes these things happen.
Yeah. Well, that's why Jesus gave me such a good day so that I could spread it with you and make you feel better.
Yo, why in 2026 is Jesus still giving more to the white man? This
That
ain't
really is true, man.
this ain't right. This ain't fucking right.
Yeah, to quote a tweet I saw the other day, and I do not endorse the use of this word, white Americans truly are God's favorite retard.
Why? Why?
So, would you like to start with the biggest good news story of the day?
Is there actually that much good news?
Well, news that I'm excited for, at least.
Did they announce the English translation of Mother 3?
Not that I'm aware of, but even better than that. Are you ready? Are you ready for the?
Did Todd Howard drop dead?
Not that I'm aware of, but maybe he did. We don't know.
Hold on. Here's my final guess. Was every director in every MCU film simultaneously replaced by James Cameron in an attempt to raise the bar?
That is closer to the truth than you would think.
Okay, what's up?
Drum roll, please. Yes! Woo!
I I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think this is the W you think it is.
I do.
We are not on the same team on this one. Okay, here's what I'm saying. Once again, a tool that everyday people have had access to, and you could argue um entrepreneurial and or people without other resources could use to help grow themselves. That tool is now gone in favor of another corporation having unfiltered access to all of not only its information but its processes, which we know Disney has a habit of sneaking into their fucking work. So it's
That is
not like
true, but
so
they also dissolved their deal. Like, they are uninterested in working with OpenAI.
yeah, but like
Yeah, exactly. I agree with Alex. I don't think people should have access to this. It makes them reliant. In in my opinion,
I don't disagree with you, but we could say the same thing about a gun in theory, but it's already here.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot about that. Like it's already here.
In terms of the long-term health and success and happiness of the human race, I was about as happy to read this headline as I would have been to read like Hitler dead, Germany surrenders. Like, this is potentially like one of the best things that has ever happened in the last decade.
But see, here's the art is still going to be made.
No, well, that's what I'm. First of all, this is the first domino in that not existing anymore, and second, I don't care. Literally anything that means less AI, I'm in favor of.
But you're still gonna get it in every professional thing.
That is, it's not impossible, but I seriously doubt it. Like, if Sora just shut down, that's one thing. But the fact that Disney canceled their $1 billion deal that they signed like 2 fucking months ago, that's a really good sign.
Let's
Pop
go down
that bubble, baby.
What are the deets here? What are the particulars?
Let's see. OpenAI will soon shut down its Sora AI video generation app. Is it really that surprising, NBC News? No, it isn't. I didn't expect it to come so soon, but
I mean, it's surprising for a couple of reasons.
Maybe they want to build their own in-house AI servers. That's not impossible, but given that they then fucking tossed out their deal, which probably cost them a lot of money.
No, I really think this guy's hitting the nail on the head. Though they're still going to use it. They're going to they have milked this for all that they can. They have trained the Imagineers or whatever the fuck Disney calls those people, and they are just doing it themselves now. I mean, the folks, they already had the cold storage facility for the head. You ain't telling me that they weren't ready for data servers. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. But
yeah, I know.
Like, actually, though, I cannot stress enough that Disney has never had anyone's best intentions at heart except for the stockholders.
Yeah, I'm not giving Disney credit here at all. I just think it's really fucking funny that AI as a concept is now so toxic that even Disney won't work with them. Also, apparently, according to Alex, Sora has been hemorrhaging users, which makes sense. By the way, you notice ChatGPT's fucking usage stats drop like a fat kid on a seesaw whenever it's school vacation?
I mean, I'll be 100% real, dude. You have like a fucking tracker on your phone?
You can get them, yeah.
Are you looking at it?
Well, I usually use the Twitter account that does it for me, but yeah.
I'm not actively tracking GPT stats like that.
I'm not so much actively tracking them as I am actively following fellow AI haters, so therefore I hear about it whether I mean to or not.
Yeah, you would lead the AI haters ball.
Bro, if the Butlerian Jihad has one soldier left, it is me. And if it has no soldiers left, it means that I am dead. In fact, I should have named myself tonight the Butlerian Jihad strongest soldier, but I did a different one for a reason we'll find out about soon. A good thing about these big companies becoming reliant on these I'm assuming you meant servers, means that their product gets worse and people with actual talent may just go somewhere, and so will their followers.
In that process, there's almost like a training period of getting people used to slop. That totally hasn't been happening with all the streaming services, right?
They've been trying to, and they've had less success than I would have expected.
It's still the move, though.
Well, it's the move till they start losing money, which, if they haven't already, they will be.
Well, I mean, the point is, if it's the move, then the goal is still the same thing. They're just gonna, it's like Oregon Trail, bro. They might not ford the river, but they are crossing that river. I guarantee you that.
This actually pisses me off here.
What's up?
OpenAI's unveiling of Sora in 24 rattled many in the entertainment industry. No, it didn't. Who quickly expressed concerns that the model's ability to easily and rapidly generate relatively high-quality video from text would displace human creators. That whole fucking paragraph is wrong.
Well, hold on. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. What are they referencing with that link there when they say it rattled many?
I'm assuming a past article. Let me find out.
Well, let's see. I mean, I don't. We got things.
Yeah. Okay. It's just an old article from.
Hold on. Scroll up a little bit. Who did they ask? Who are they fucking that they asked is the thing. Name drop.
Well, yeah, that's a good question, isn't it?
Name drop on my ass right now.
Reed Southen? I know that guy from Twitter. I didn't realize he mattered in any capacity.
He's a film concept artist and illustrator. I feel like if you knew that wasn't a big pull name, you would have dropped something to be like XYZ of the XYZ.
Yeah, so it looks like they just interviewed fucking Reed Southen.
I think I saw one other name.
Aubrey Mintz, interim executive director of the International Animated Film Association's Hollywood branch.
Okay, buddy. Wow. Yo, these are so many Hollywood insiders.
Yeah.
This is hot and scathing.
I do think it's becoming easier for independent creators to make their own competitors for people's attention. This can be both for better and worse. Yeah. You know what? AI is the technological equivalent of like AIDS or brain cancer, literally anything that means less of it is good.
You're tripping.
No, I'm serious, man. I despise AI with the passion of 4,000 burning suns.
If you're comparing it to a biological weapon, and we already know that a bunch of rich dudes in rooms with giant towers have biological weapons, I'm sorry, mutually assured destruction would be better than only them having the biological weapon.
I don't know. I don't know if it is mutually assured destruction. Because you notice, by the way, they don't use AI. The rich, like not a single one of them uses AI for anything.
Yeah, because they can pay human beings to do it. That's a luxury poor people don't have.
Well, that and also because they know it's fucking like you notice that all these tech billionaires all send their kids to like fancy private schools that don't allow computers.
Okay,
yeah, see, Alex has pointed out the tech CEOs don't use it themselves.
Yeah, but they also don't use a bunch of technology. This argument that we're making could be used for a bunch of tech, but we're only specifically applying it to one.
Well, yeah, because that's the one I hate.
Well, God forbid we hate the fucking, like, cause, not the symptom.
Well, I do hate the cause. Don't worry. Trust me. Don't worry. I have an extended segment later where I'm going to get into that. Anyway, I hate this fucking paragraph because nobody outside of your article was rattled by the existence of Sora. And also, Sora does not easily or rapidly generate anything. It takes a while and it basically kills a section of the Amazon rainforest every time. And relatively high quality video. I don't know if you've ever watched anything from Sora, but any fucking video from Sora is the most hideous, disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life.
God, you really got me playing a devil's advocate tonight, because
yeah, I know I do, but I'm fucking sticking with it. Sora is devil tech, and it shouldn't exist.
Are you not right now being very rattled? Have you not quickly expressed concerns? And I mean, now. You would say it's not quick and it's not easy. I mean, that's a lot easier than drawing a whole fucking thing. Like,
yeah, but then you have to sit there for 3 hours while it fucking generates.
It takes like 5 minutes.
Oh, maybe for a simple one, but not for anything with any complexity. AI is literally just a lie machine and a gross one. True. I saw 5 minutes before this started, I saw a tweet about this news story that described it as this is their equivalent of a small little 3.1 earthquake that happens an hour before the one that gets its own Wikipedia article.
If you could find a way to universally ban this technology, that's one thing.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of people have been saying that. It should just be illegal. Sam Altman should just be in prison. For this and also for the fact that he's an incestuous pedophilic rapist.
Well, that's where I'm like, okay, if this is on the level of this, make the fucking shit illegal. But
I agree.
I don't want uneven competition between large scale power entities. And
I agree with you there. This is for me. This is like a first steps type of thing. Like, ooh,
I get that.
Yeah, also, just here, I'll take this off screen for a second. Fun fact, Sam Altman raped his little sister.
That's not a fun fact, though.
No, it's not fun at all. I shouldn't have said fun fact. I apologize. Not so fun fact. Sam Altman raped his sister starting when he was 12 and she was 3. And did so for years.
It's not good.
Yeah. Also, hang on. Also, AI, as we know it, is basically just autofill. It's not actually a learning computer that figures things out.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, he has to listen to me bitch about this off camera a lot, where I'm like, even this conversation is really fucking badly framed.
Yeah, AI is kind of a misnomer.
I mean, realistically, what we're getting mad at is machines that are doing automatic processes. And I mean, God forbid I ever fucking play a Call of Duty game with an NPC, right?
Yeah, well, that's why AI is kind of a misnomer. But unfortunately, I use the tools of my enemies, or whatever the fucking Luthen line from Andor was.
I don't know if it's using the tools of your enemies, if it's words, because at that point you're playing with their framing. And
yeah, it's the equivalent of me having to use the word liberal when talking to my father in order to explain like why we shouldn't hunt the homeless for sport or whatever.
Meanwhile, when you should be using the word liberal is when you should be talking about, listen, I want at least 2 out of 10 drone pilots to be female because we really need to work on diversity, folks. Have you made sure that
Alex respects you for playing devil's advocate, by the way.
Dog, it has to. Someone's got to play this game. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and fucking talk shit for an hour.
You know what I always You know what I miss about old-fashioned news that I'd forgotten that I missed? This part, the fact that they occasionally issue corrections.
Holy shit!
Now this is just correcting a month thing, but I mean, like, that's not a big deal. I'm not like whatever. That's just someone typed the wrong word. But it's like I fucking you ever not ever notice? I know you've noticed. Like Twitter, when someone tweets some fucking horse shit about eating the cats and the dogs in Springfield, Ohio, or whatever, they don't have to issue a correction. For some reason, that's just allowed.
I mean, that's just because the standard is dropped. I'm still thinking about when fucking Bondi got questioned. And as the attorney general of this country.
Yeah, she's like getting all fucking emotional, like screaming like a lunatic about nothing.
It's not even that. It's specifically this line where she's like, I didn't see a single tweet from Joe Biden. And no, that shit hit me in like a way that's existential because no one talks about this part. What the fuck do you mean I didn't see a tweet? What the fuck kind of
stuff is
I didn't see a tweet?
Like, I hate to fucking give my dad credit for shit because he's a fucking dumbass on a lot of things, but he's kind of right on this particular instance. He still talks about Twitter like it's 2009. Like, he still thinks that the average tweet is someone going like, just had a cup of coffee, #blessed or whatever.
I wish he was right, but they're in the Library of fucking Congress. What the hell is our standard? I hate it here.
Yeah, well, during Trump's first term, or the early part of his first term, which feels like a fucking decade ago, because it was, Sean Spicer, in his typical fashion, floundered like an idiot and didn't give a clear answer. But he had to reckon with the question of, are Trump tweets considered official statements from the office of the president?
And they are.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what he said, but he wouldn't take like an actual stand that like, yes, they are therefore legally liable for what's said in them type of thing. Because he's like a huge pussy who doesn't believe in anything.
I think that's part of the reason they had him added the way they were to the library, where it's like, well, now they kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really get around it now.
Oh, also, since last time we were on, Robert Mueller died, which, like, whatever, but that's only in my head because Trump's response was exactly what you're expecting.
He was weak. Me, I'm strong.
Just passed a kidney stone, Gur Mondays, Twitter 2011. Yeah, if you go to, like, the really, really early days of Twitter, like 2007, 8, and you look at like Oprah's tweets or whatever, she, like everyone else, didn't really know what Twitter was or how to use it. She'd just been told to by her staff. So her earliest tweets are like, hey, Sheila, can you grab me a coffee while you're out? Because she thinks it's just like a messaging thing sent to like the other people in her office.
Oh, God, it's like doing a Google search in your fucking Texas. That's great.
Yeah, like, like the infamous, what's his name? Hank from Breaking Bad? Dean Norris. The Dean Norris tweet that just says sex gifts. It's still up. It's still there. He never deleted it.
I thought he did that on purpose.
Maybe he did. It's funnier if I think that he didn't.
Also, I'm going to throw out there, something I really like about Dean Norris is he's one of the few actors I've seen who didn't pussyfoot around a subject that I love.
Which one?
Where people back in the day when Breaking Bad was still like coming out live, and like people were like, I can't go on, or they're like, Max, I went on Twitter and I got like the last episode spoiled. He's like, listen, if you did not see the episode and you're on social media, you're choosing what to do with your time, and you're gonna deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of actors taking a stand on things I care about, I learned this the other day because it was like Oscars, so Amy Madigan won, so they were talking about Amy Madigan. And not that I didn't like her or Ed Harris, I liked them both because they're both great, but I gained a tremendous amount of respect for them after learning about this. So at the 1999 Oscars, you know Elia Kazan, the filmmaker?
Yeah.
He did like On the Waterfront and Gentleman's Agreement and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, unlike most Hollywood people, he was very happy to name names during the McCarthyism HUAC bullshit to the point that it fucked his career up for a while. And at the 1999 Oscars, they gave him like a Life Achievement Award Oscar, and everybody, well, mostly everybody was like applauding and shit. And then this is what Ed Harris and Amy Madigan did. They just sat there fucking stone faced, staring daggers at him. That is fucking beautiful, man.
Maybe I'm missing something here. I'm not getting it.
They well, because Elia Kazan famously named names to HUAC, even though it had been 50 years, they were like, "Nope, fuck you. We are protesting this award by not applauding."
I see. We're not supporting rats. Okay.
Yeah, like they obviously didn't have the power to like lobby against him getting it, but they're like, "We can sit here looking miserable all we want."
Did Trumbo ever get an award?
Let me find out.
Sorry, every time I think of McCarthy era Hollywood, all I can think of is Trumbo.
Well, he's one of the most famous cases of it, so yeah, that makes perfect sense. He was one of the Hollywood 10. Yeah, I knew that. Is there a fucking awards section?
Dude, he was the Hollywood 11 through 20.
True. I did not know that he was featured in the Reagan movie from like last year, but
what? Okay. I thought you meant a movie starring actor / president of the United States, Ronald Reagan.
Oh no, a movie about Reagan starring Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So apparently, according to Wikipedia, yes, in 1993, Dalton Trumbo was posthumously awarded an Oscar for writing Roman Holiday.
That's good.
The screen credit and award were previously given to Ian McClellan Hunter, who had been a front for Trumbo. A new statue was made for this award because Hunter's son refused to hand over his father's, which, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, this is what?
Are you fucking serious right now?
Which part?
His son refused to do it?
Well, I mean, his dad did, like, in his mind, earn the Oscar, so he just didn't want to hand over the physical statue.
You've seen Mad Men, right?
No, not in its entirety. I've seen bits of it here and there.
Do you know the thing with Don Draper?
I know that. Well, what's the thing? Like, I know that he's like a fake name and everything, and that.
Okay, yeah. It's Don Draper isn't Don Draper.
Yeah, like he stole the identity from his CO or in Korea or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So he literally did. Hang on, I just want to confirm that I'm correct. He did the same thing that Principal Skinner did in that infamous Simpsons episode.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
He stole his commanding officer's identity.
Yeah. He like went in as a private and came out a lieutenant or some shit.
And they played this for drama.
I mean,
like this isn't supposed to be funny that he did this.
No, this isn't funny at all.
I'll take your word for it that it made sense in context.
I guess having only seen the Simpsons one would make you assume this is funny, but
well, that and also it predates it by like 15 years, so that is also why it's funny.
It's is it?
Well, Simpsons played it for a joke, and I guess Mad Men played it for drama later on.
20 years ago, I was told the Simpsons did it. And well, there's nothing you can do. The Simpsons have done everything at this point. There's no way around this. Well, and that was like almost 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, I mean, they were saying that about comedy premises, not so much like something as ultra specific as stealing your dead CO's identity. That's a very specific idea.
I don't know if it's that specific. It happened.
I guess. Like, I guess it must have happened at some point.
I mean, I don't have family who did that, but I know. I mean, I specifically got family who like lied about their ages to go to war and fight Nazis. Like,
I don't have family who did that, but I have family who know people who did that. My grandma's old neighbor, as in like neighbor at her old house. I think it's him or one of her other neighbors, someone she knows like pretty well. He was, I think he's finally dead now, but he lived to like almost 100. He was at D-Day, and his captain and lieutenant, I think, got killed, and little like 17-year-old him who lied about his age was suddenly in charge of his fucking unit in the middle of the shelling and everything.
Random offhand idea. The X-Men are having a battle on Hawaii, and the professor instructs the mutant with all the weather powers to focus on the part of the land that's near the water.
Okay.
And as Wolverine hears the phrase "storm the beach," he flashes back into Vietnam and D-Day and has a very bad time. Storm the beach. What was not good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My family were running from the Nazis to the States. Yeah, that's probably wise on their part.
Bro, I was talking about this today. You mean they were smart enough to get the fuck out of Dodge?
Basically, yeah.
I mean,
Also, I love how our president is tweeting that we both won the war, are putting boots on the ground, raised the price of oil, ended the war, and demanding the strait be reopened all in the span of 42 minutes.
Yeah, where
it really is nuts that it's been nearly a decade since we had a president whose brain was functioning.
I don't know, man. I mean, we've been around for like what 300 years, and like that's being generous with it. But like, how many presidents during that time have we had that had a completely functioning brain?
Well, okay, if we're talking things that we know for sure were mentally compromising presidents, let me think. I know about Woodrow Wilson with the stroke, but that was fairly close to the end of his presidency.
I just know we have evidence specifically from like the FDR era of like they hide all of that.
Oh yeah, they were better at it back when people didn't all have cameras in their pockets.
Yeah, like I don't know if we're living in the different times or we're just living in the times where we all have glass houses.
Yeah, that's part of it. By the way, did you remember the second Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie?
The one with the black guy?
There's black guys in all the Spider-Man movies, but yes.
Black electric, not Static Shock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you remember how he finds like the train car hidden thing in the subway system, and he's reading about like it was used to hide FDR's polio? That's actually true. Yeah. Like that's actually true that they used subway tunnels to fucking transport him and everything. Yeah, see, FDR's brain worked instead of his legs. Even his legs worked somewhat.
Yeah, but listen, every step
that with braces he could stand, basically.
Every step those legs could do was devoted into going into heels and doing the fucking Tootsie for his wife. I mean, a mirror.
I thought that was Hoover.
Oh no, FDR.
FDR. Well, you know what? It's probably all of them. They all fucking cross dress. It's whatever. Have fun.
I have no problem with this. I think it's fun stylistically.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it's fun in like every sense of it. I enjoy the activity. I get it.
You know what's funny is FDR, due to just the ultra specific era he lived in a very brief intersection point where childhood photos existed, and so did dressing your very young boys up in gowns instead of pants. So there are like baby photos of FDR wearing dresses and shit.
Well, okay, since we're on the subject, let's just also point out that like these are all just social constructs, and heels were invented for men. They're the French aristocracy, low key. Gentlemen, take your fucking heels back. What are you doing?
Didn't the ancient Greeks have heels too for something?
No.
That might have just been ceremonial purposes. I don't think it was.
Yeah. I think that like ceremonial stilts is a better comparison.
Yeah, something like that.
Um, but I mean the makeup for us. Tell me that I shouldn't have some shadow on right now. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't take care of myself as much as I should.
I mean, a sizable chunk of men's dress shoes have heel in them.
Nah, but I'm talking like I want some lift in my shit. Like I want my calves to be working overtime. Like today.
Yeah, like my dress shoes have a little bit to them. Like if I wear them all fucking day, I feel like I'm taking high heels off after. We got the new deal. He can wear whatever the hell he wants. Yeah, true. I wish more rich people who hate FDR would recognize that he is the sole reason they didn't all get their fucking heads cut off in like 1939. So
wasn't LBJ part of that?
That was later. That was the 60s.
Oh, why am I flipping my times? I'm terrible.
You're correct that LBJ was part of the so-called Great Society initiative, but that came in the 60s.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was at one of the parks that was built by that today, so I think I just have it on my brain.
Yeah, like it's really funny because with the more educated, wealthy, you'll hear them fucking talk about FDR the way we talk about Reagan, like, oh, he's where all the problems started. And I'm like, you know that he's the reason that you didn't get cooked over a spit and eaten, correct?
I think that's wildly boastful.
Well, obviously it's very reductive, but my point is like,
I'm more saying like we as a people are currently getting bent over and like hit with the end rod for you Minecraft players. It is we are not doing anything but getting beaten brutally.
Rich people don't realize that they can either give up some of their wealth or we can take all of it. Yeah, it really
theoretically, but people have to actually want to do it.
Dude. Yeah, I know. It's just
no, like you know what I want, but like at the same time, it's like how much do you see people take? Or endure should actually be a better word. How much do you see people endure just going, yeah, just is what it is? Or,
yeah, that is a problem, which is one of the reasons I fucking hate AI, by the way, but you knew that already. It's more like 9 missed meals, I think is the saying, but maybe they've updated it since. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's 3 consistent missed ones.
Yeah, the version of the saying I heard was 9 missed meals in a row, which equals about 3 days. So maybe that's why 3 missed meals wound up being the phrase people quote. But maybe I'm just fucking, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Nah, dude, the 3 days have gone by, and like my kids are eating for 3 days. I already fucked up 2 days ago.
Yeah. Like it's shocking. See, that's the thing is like people tolerate, oh, it is what it is when it's like the frog in the fucking pot or whatever the saying is.
Yeah.
But if something happens suddenly, especially in America with the fucking entitled assholes that we are, you would be shocked, horrified, and a little bit impressed, depending on the context, at how little it takes for certain Americans to get fired the fuck up.
I don't know, because most of those people that you're talking about are the same people who bootleg.
That is true, and that's the problem, because they're insane and they know the cops won't fucking kill them because most of them are cops, but...
The only people who are reactionary are fucking Karens and Susans, and they are not batting for the right fucking team.
I just remember fucking right after the start of COVID, they got their AR-15s out and they were protesting to go back to work. Like, are you fucking kidding me? As the tweet once said, go rob a bank, you losers.
I don't even... Dude, you can't endorse people robbing banks openly. You gotta endorse them playing GTA or something.
Yeah, of course. Again, this was a tweet I saw. It's not something I endorse. That would be rude.
That looks like Godzilla!
No, it looks like Godzilla, but thanks to international copyright laws, it's not.
But we should run like Godzilla!
No, it isn't.
Oh, thank you, Austin Powers, for one of the greatest bits that stands up after such a long time.
Don't tread on me, fucker, waving a flag while being treaded on by guys in suits. True.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I mean, how much are we expect? Like, don't get me wrong, we could take it. It's not like, and we really need those folks to take it. Are we going to? Are we going to get the guillotine out, or are we going to use the wood to make more fucking plowshares because our wages went down?
By the way, not exactly apropos of nothing, but speaking of things that are perfectly legal, bongs.
Yeah.
Have you ever filled your bong with seltzer instead of normal ass tap water?
What the fuck?
Have you ever tried it?
Why would you do that?
So I read an article from like one of the weed magazines. It wasn't High Times, but it was one of them.
Oh,
And they were like, what happens when you try various liquids other than water in a bong? And first of all, do not put vodka in your bong. It is actually dangerous.
I'm not gonna explain the science of that to people.
Well, you don't need to. It's alcohol fumes, man. Like they're bad for you.
Well, it's not actually fumed; it's vaporized. Okay, I will.
I know.
Fuck it.
No, you're correct. Anyway, so they warn you, don't fucking do that. That's really dangerous. But they didn't actually not try Mountain Dew, shockingly, but they did try slushy. They did like fucking they did Gatorade. They did like cranberry juice. I guess cranberry juice is really useful to.
Zombie.
I guess cranberry juice is useful for cleaning your bong out. I didn't know that, but one of the ones they tried was seltzer, and they were like, "This is the only one that I would actually do every day because it feels nice." And so I read this article, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I gotta know. I gotta try it."
Okay, so you did it.
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
It felt mostly the same, but the carbonation of it's you got to do it like fresh, of course. The carbonation of the seltzer mixes with the smoke in an interesting way, and it kind of like it doesn't cool the smoke, but it kind of makes it smoother almost. Like it's just an interesting, nice little tweak to the formula.
The moment all the weed bars start opening up in Massachusetts,
Oh, I know.
it's so going to be one of the gimmicks.
Apparently, because they did various different drinks. Apparently, with some of the sodas or like Gatorades or whatever, it actually did give like a slight blue raspberry or whatever flavor to the smoke. And he's like, it's a nice novelty to do once in a while. It's not that exciting, but it's nice that the smoke tastes like blue raspberry a little.
I knew a guy in high school who said he used Fruituo.
I know some dead-eyed psychopath did milk. I don't know which dead-eyed psychopath that is. It wasn't me. I always joke that you should drink the bong water afterwards to get higher.
See, anytime I've ever heard someone say that, I have to wonder, is this like a trick you use for like freshmen or something? Like, is that the
No,
idea?
it's just a meme someone posted one time that caught on.
Do you absorb its power? Eat it to absorb its power?
Personally, I wouldn't even be that grossed out by it because I clean my bong every time I use it, so my bong water's always like almost spotless.
You do realize you just signed up to drink your bong water on stream.
I tell you what, we'll do a show on 420. I'll take a single sip. I will take one sip of my own bong water. You know what? Legitimately, I'll do it. I'm pledging right now.
He's doing it.
I will take one sip of my own bong water because it's always fresh, so it's just water.
Fair warning, if you don't do it, I'm gonna Mario Kart trip you with your giant bottle of lube that you bought.
Yes, okay.
I guess we're going public with that. I fucking warned you, buddy.
So I
go to the folks, bro. What the fuck is this thing? Goddamn baby. Dude, you got a baby full of lube. And I need to reiterate. What the fuck, Larry?
Well, okay, so being an adult with a sex drive, I buy lube sometimes. Okay.
This dude's got a P. Diddy consumption.
No, actually, this is why it was this is what happens when you buy it as relatively infrequently as I do. The fucking packaging changes every time. Because usually I buy like a 3-pack of normal size bottles, and that lasts me like 6 fucking months.
This man's just cracking through them.
I buy whatever Amazon offers me when I search Astro.
Jesus Christ! I didn't realize how much of an impact Jeff Bezos had on your masturbation.
Well, he doesn't. It's just.
Well, I mean, he clearly does.
All right, look. So I go
running your station. Know what I'm saying?
I go to buy some, and I go to like the buy again tab, and sure enough, I find the exact form of it that I ordered like a year ago, last time I bought it. But that one is not from Prime, so it would have taken like forever to get here. The little like 3-pack of normal size bottles.
QJG Wentworth, it's my lube and I need it now.
Well, yes, kind of. I didn't need it right then, but I needed it within say 48 hours.
If you got long-term horny and you need.
So anyway, I search fucking Astroglide on Amazon, and I pull it up, no pun intended, and it's got like the different size bottles, and I was like, well, I want to get my fucking money's worth, so I was like, which one has the lowest unit price? And the one that had the lowest unit price was the bottle that's about the size of this glass, but taller. So it's like that big.
I got a lube bottle that you can just double as a Bad Dragon. Like,
well, I did joke. This is the first time I've ever bought a bottle of lube that was bigger than my dick. Am I Lube Man from Watchmen? I wish. I love Lube Man. He was my favorite fucking bit in that show.
He really is, and how much artists out there? Someone just look into this for me. Come on. You already know where I'm going with this.
They never did reveal his identity in the show. They did in like interviews and shit, but in the show they never revealed Lube Man's identity.
You guys know what we could do with that information, don't you? You know the possibilities.
By the way, so when that show was on, did you read the fucking PDpedia website?
I did not.
It's gone now, but they archived it somewhere on like Internet Archive.
Sure.
But they did a full-on fucking website that is the in-universe computer database compiled by Agent PD.
That's really cool.
And they'd had like different stuff for each episode and everything. And it had like legitimately really fascinating shit in there. And it had like cool world building stuff. Like, for example, the reason Night Owl is in federal custody is because he and Silk Spectre got caught by the FBI in 1995 preventing the Oklahoma City bombing.
Huh.
So, like, the Oklahoma City bombing never happened in this world because they prevented it, but, like, the FBI caught them in the act.
And we know the FBI doesn't like you interfering with their right-wing lunatics.
True, and also the fucking Keene Act is still enforced in the Watchmen world, so vigilantism is illegal. But so anyway, one of the things that they reveal in that, or not reveal, but there's a book that we see pop up throughout the Watchmen show called Fog Dancer. Like, we just kind of see it in the background. At one point, Veidt is reading it in his cell on Europa or wherever he is.
Okay.
Like, they say, do you want another book? And he goes, no, I like this one. So one of the things in this database is a summary / paper that Petey wrote about it as analysis of this book, Fog Dancer. And in the book, the main character is a veteran of like a special Black Ops military unit called the Fog Dancers. They're called that because it is said that they are so precise they can walk between raindrops, which is such a fucking cool thing to say. But that was clearly the inspiration for Lube Man because, among other things, the thing the Fog Dancers in the book do is they wear like silver bodysuits that they then soak in an extremely powerful fire retardant liquid called SPF 666. and then they use flamethrowers to fucking destroy all the evidence they were there. Like, the description of the Fog Dancer gear in the book is almost identical to what Lube Man wears, except he sprayed himself with lube instead of fire retardant gel.
So, what you're trying to kindly say is, let's not give you too much disdain, for you are one step away from a ninja walking betwixt raindrops.
Yes.
Fair.
Also, I just love the notion of guys called fog dancers because they can move with such precision. Like, oh, that's such a fucking cool thing to say.
It sounds like a Celtic thing.
I'm trying to remember if the book was Celtic, because I forget what the nationality of the fictional author was.
Let's take a look, see, huh?
Yeah, let me find out. Fog Dancer Watchmen. Oh, Fog Dancing is the name of the book. The fictional character who wrote the book is said to be American, but his last name is Shea, so that could be Irish. Oh, he was also in universe the author who wrote Tales of the Black Freighter. Oh. Okay, that explains a lot. Yeah, he I forgot about this part because it's not because I've seen the movie more times than I've read the comic, of course. Just because the movie takes less time. He was one of the guys who helped Adrian Veidt design the fucking squid.
Oh, okay, I got you.
However, he did not know that that's what he was designing. He thought he was working on concept art for a movie.
Bro, you really got to give it to Veidt. He is so entertaining.
Oh yeah, I love Watchmen so much.
I'm not a comic book villain. I already did it 12 minutes ago.
That's so great.
Like, it's great. It's great.
You think I would tell you my plan if there was the slightest chance of you affecting its outcome?
I love that. Like, thank you, guy.
Oh, you know what's really funny? So after Alan Moore wrote Watchmen, because it came out over the course of like a year or so, because that's how issues work. So after he wrote that part, but like before the last issue came out, people noticed that the notion of like faking an alien invasion in order to make peace in the Cold War was also the plot of an Outer Limits episode in the early 60s, just like by coincidence.
I mean, it's not. You could argue it's like half the plot of Ender, if depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I think this predates Ender's Game, but yeah.
What?
Ender's Game came out in the 90s, didn't it?
The book?
I thought it did. Or like late 80s.
I'm actually, let's see here.
85. So literally the same year the Watchmen started. Or like a year before, I guess.
Everyone was just on that faking aliens train.
Yeah.
The faking aliens, but everyone go read Ender's Game. Don't watch the movie. It's bad.
I've heard that.
It's bad. It's just bad.
So Alan Moore, he finds out that coincidentally another writer 20 years earlier had the same idea. Oh, whatever. Okay. But he threw a little Outer Limits reference into the last issue of the comic as like a kind of an olive branch.
That's fun.
Which then got put into the movie as well. And then decades later, when they wrote the Before Watchmen comics, which are debatable as to their quality, some are good, some are bad. One of the ones that I was kind of amused by reveals that Adrian Veidt literally got the idea for the plan from watching that episode of The Outer Limits.
That is fucking hilarious. It all comes full circle.
Yeah, like they have a flashback where the TV's on in the background while he's working, and then all of a sudden he looks up and goes, "Wait, hang on." And then, because he's rich, is able to buy an actual film reel of the episode, which is a big deal in the early 60s. and does a Howard Hughes. He just watches it on a loop all day, every day for like weeks straight, and finally is like, I figured out how I'm going to save the world.
I like that.
You ever read Before Watchmen?
No. Should I?
Not all of them are great, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
I can do that.
Like, because it's by various different authors, so like some have a better handle on it than others.
That's a crapshoot. I mean, sometimes with that you get the Animatrix, which is arguably better than some of the movies.
Yeah. The only one they really fuck up in Before Watchmen is they fuck up Rorschach a little. Like, he's not irreparably fucked up. He's just like, you can tell it's a different writer writing him.
Yeah, but like, I don't think anyone but the Dark Wizard himself can correctly write.
That's kind of the problem.
Sociopathic, like that.
Yeah, like other writers can write Dr. Manhattan and have it come out all right.
There is a reason Alan Moore is Alan Moore, and it's because he's doing weird occult shit in the background and is losing his mind half the time and is just like doing terrible things. I'm sorry, guys. Dark lives create sometimes some great fucking artists.
Yeah, and Alan Moore's life isn't even that dark. He's just a weirdo.
I think it's more like an internal darkness kind of thing.
Yeah, like he got divorced. Does that count as a dark life? Not really.
I'm not.
But there's two things I remember that they kind of fuck up with Rorschach is, and I think both of them were not in his comic. They were in the Night Owl one, but I might be remembering that wrong. One is that he swears, which isn't that big a deal, but it does stand in like notable contrast to the fact that he never swears in the original.
Wait, Rorschach doesn't swear?
I don't know if it's like a thing that he doesn't, but I know that not a single line of his in the comic or the movie includes a swear, other than the word whore, but that's not,
Well, that's literally, I was like, doesn't he say mean things about people that are arguably swears?
Well, he does, but he never even says damn it or anything.
He seems to talk with like an understanding of swears from like 1920 maybe.
It's kind of just that he talks too formally.
Like old Christian transatlantic.
Yeah. So like it's like I said, it's not that he has like a moral precept against swearing. It's just that his dialogue is written such that it doesn't rely on it. But then in Before Watchmen, he throws out "I don't give a shits" casually, and it's like, oh, that's kind of weird. The other thing was that he the comic, I believe, remember when he finds the missing girl and the guy fed her to his dogs and he fucking leaves him to die and everything?
Yes.
So the comic, if it didn't explicitly state, very strongly implied that that was the first time he ever killed someone as Rorschach, but then in Before Watchmen, he just casually kills a dude in an earlier scene.
Yeah, because like, didn't that scene like change him because he had tried to give the guy a second chance or some bullshit?
Yeah. Now, granted, that guy he executed, whereas the guy he killed in Before Watchmen, he did so during a fight. So maybe that's the difference. Maybe it's like self-defense is one thing, murder's another.
Did he fight in war?
No.
Oh gosh, so we can't really even apply that.
I think if I remember correctly, he killed the guy to save Night Owl too. Because they were fighting and the guy's like on top of Night Owl with a knife, and so Rorschach just grabs his end is nigh sign and like impales the motherfucker through the back with it.
That's not a knife.
Yeah.
Not.
But there is stuff in it that's great. They have a whole thing about the comedian. Remember how in Watchmen he jokes like, "Don't ask where I was when Kennedy got killed."
Yeah, because isn't the comedian the one who killed Kennedy?
The movie made that canon. The comic just hints at it.
Okay.
But the Before Watchmen reveals that he made that joke to cover what he actually was doing when Kennedy got killed.
What was he actually doing?
He was fighting, I think it was Moloch.
Huh.
Like the guy that Rorschach would interrogate, the guy with cancer.
Yeah.
So he heard Moloch was up to some shit, so he busts into the warehouse and he's beating up the henchmen. And then he kicks down the door to the office overseeing the factory floor, and he's like, all right, Moloch, the jig's up. And Moloch is just sitting there with the TV on, and he turns around with tears in his eyes and says, Kennedy's dead. And comedian's like, wait, what? And he walks over.
Right?
What?
Wait, no. What the fuck am I thinking of? Sorry.
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, none.
Yeah, so it's actually a very fascinating moment between the two, and it kind of plants the seed for him visiting Moloch in Watchmen, because he's so shocked the president has died, especially because he knows Kennedy personally, that he just sits down next to his arch enemy, and they just sit there watching it together in silence.
And then in 1963, a bunch of people sit there and go, oh my God, these are unprecedented times. Never before have we seen such trauma in this country. What are we going to do?
However, comedian, he didn't personally pull the trigger, but he arranged for the assassination of Robert Kennedy. He did not kill John Kennedy.
I mean, I enjoy that, because Alan Moore was like a realistic guy. He's like, yeah, no, the mob probably did kill RFK. That is
Alan Moore didn't write this one, but yeah.
I don't care. I'm just giving him credit.
Yeah, they don't get into the JFK thing other than that. It's not about JFK. It's about the weird bond that formed between comedian and Moloch in that moment.
So they really pulled JFK blown away. What else do I have to say? Moment.
We didn't start the fire. Didn't Fall Out Boy do like a sequel to that song where they?
They did. My ex showed me it once, and I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I listened to it once, and I was like, I guess I applaud the effort, but it's nowhere near as good.
Okay. Here's a scathing take, I guess. That original song is bullshit and overrated.
Oh, don't worry, that's not scathing. Billy Joel agrees with you.
It's listing events.
No, Billy Joel himself doesn't like that song.
It's not a fucking good song. Just as a writer, it pisses me off, because I could see, like, damn, dude had a spreadsheet and was just counting out syllables in a line and then making sure it ended in a rhyme. And it's like,
Yeah, he himself has said openly in interviews he doesn't think it's particularly clever a song, but because it's such a hit, he still has to fucking play it. So, all right, fine.
But for some reason, a bunch of boomers will keep telling me how it's one of the greatest songs ever, and I just don't understand.
I definitely don't think. I mean, I like it because I don't know, I like history, but it's definitely not even the top 20 of Billy Joel songs.
The people who do this are the same people who don't like rap music, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, so this is what I'll give Billy Joel credit for that Fall Out Boy completely fucked up on, is that Billy Joel tells those events mostly in chronological order, give or take like a month or two here and there. Whereas Fall Out Boy just put it wherever it fit in the song, so it's all in like completely random order.
If you want to feel really bad about it too, consider the Fall Out Boy had access to Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly. They just put everything like wherever it fit in the song, whereas Billy Joel went to some effort to make it an actually cohesive like history book in song form.
See, when I hear things like this, I'm like, y'all are worried about the AI slop, and like we just let these human beings pass.
See, here's the difference. Billy Joel has a soul deep inside, so even if his songs suck, they were made with love.
What was Fall Out Boys?
Probably not.
I mean, plus it's not even original. But no one cares.
Everyone does care. They didn't like that fucking song. I don't know. Like I said, I applaud their effort, I guess.
Like, if we gotta get rid of AI because it's bad or repetitive, expensive, and does nothing but hurt the planet, tell me why we're not canceling Taylor Swift, folks. Because what did I say that didn't apply to her?
You don't have to talk me into that, by the way.
I know, but it's not like it. Everyone just wants the bandwagon on the fucking.
So let me speed through the rest of tonight's good news so that I can get to the ornery, not ornery as in you'll disagree with me, the thing that had me amped up from the moment I woke up. So I'd take the worst human slop over and over rather than the best AI content. True. I agree.
Why?
Because a human being made it.
So,
I don't know. That matters to me.
bro, that's the equivalent of putting a "Made in America" label on a dog shit product and then buying it and going, "Oh, well, look at that! It's made in America. It's awesome."
I mean, it probably isn't. Yeah, exactly. Because it's real. That's the thing. Like, fucking. Okay, so I watched. I don't want to go off on too big a tangent because it's not really that interesting to talk about why, but I watched the movie 10,000 BC the other night.
Something about a saber-tooth tiger?
Among other things, yes. That saber-tooth tiger on the poster is in like 3 minutes of the movie, by the way.
That literally is all I know is like that poster from the movie.
Yeah, well, all I knew about it was that I was in 6th grade when it came out, and my 6th grade history teacher mentioned to us when someone talked about it, yeah, you know that's like inaccurate, right? Woolly mammoths weren't around at that time type of thing.
Yeah, except they were wrong because they found woolly mammoth evidence way after we had thought. At least for the information I was given in elementary school.
Well, way after. So the notion of according to my very cursory research, so I might be partially or entirely wrong, but according to my like Wikipedia skimming, it's not impossible that there were mammoths still around in 10,000 BC, but they were so near extinction that they would not be a reliable thing every year.
I remember what it is. They existed long after, only on a small island outside of Russia.
Yeah, that was it. A lie isn't bad because others don't know it's a lie. A lie is bad because it's not the truth. I agree. So anyway, I watched 10,000 BC and it sucks. Apparently in 10,000 BC we had pyramids and steel tools and like at least one agrarian community, but then we also still had plentiful mammoths and what appeared to be an offshoot of dinosaurs.
I mean, we did have an agrarian society. That's about it.
Not in 10,000 BC. That came a few thousand years later.
Are you sure Indus River Valley?
Yeah, that was more like 7,000 BC.
Okay.
Yeah, but being off by 3,000 years is a big fucking deal in the era of Wikipedia.
I mean, but like 7,000 BC just doesn't have a ring to it.
Yeah, well, what they should have done is called it something else and had it take place in a purposefully ambiguous time period.
I mean, if they did that, they might as well include Vikings too.
Yeah, they fucking might as well have, given the other inaccuracies in this. By the way, of this tribe of whatever they're called, the two lead characters, guess what ethnicity they are?
Wait, what? I'm confused.
Guess the ethnicity of the two lead tribal cavemen characters.
Well, wait, what do you mean? Obviously, they're our great ancestors because they have all these tools and stuff. So I would have to assume they're of the illustrious Caucasian genus.
Yes, but only these two. By the way, these tribes aren't the ones with the tools. Those are the things they encounter from the other people they're after, because they're less advanced than the people they're hunting. Because it has to be an underdog story, of course. So, yeah, the male and female leads are white. The whole rest of the fucking tribe is not. I mean, there's no consistent ethnicity across the tribe, but like most of them are not white. Like Cliff Curtis is there. But actually, the girl being white, or at least not being the same ethnicity, makes sense because the whole point of her plot line is that she was the last survivor of another tribe as a child who was found by accident by this tribe.
Sure.
So her being a different ethnicity makes sense. And in fact, part of why she was spared was because she had these really striking blue eyes. Which they give the actress fucking contact lenses to make her eyes even bluer. But
because remember, folks, white European beauty standards existed even in 10,000 BC. There is never a time when you are not valid, blonde white girl.
Well, she wasn't blonde, to be fair. I will give the movie credit. The people look somewhat realistically disgusting. Okay. I just got an Amber Alert. I hope whatever kid that is okay. Yeah, so like I mean obviously they have to clean the people up a little bit because it's a movie, but like the lead actor does have white guy dreads, not on purpose, but just because his hair is fucked up and greasy and disgusting. So they put like some effort into remembering what year it is, but not really.
Do they? Because, like, you're telling me people got iron tools and don't cut their fucking hair?
Well, they cut their hair, but like
They just don't know how to keep it clean or
yeah,
whatever.
and also again, this tribe does not have iron tools. They're still hunting with sharpened sticks. It's the villains that they who kidnap their people who have iron tools.
I'm just saying we don't gotta make any more fucking white reggae bands.
Blue is also the color of the sky, so I get how it can be mesmerizing. Yeah, I mean that is the thing. None of these other people, white or not, have blue eyes.
Larry, unleash the science.
Which science?
The sky isn't blue; it's just a reflection.
Yeah, I know, but
I know. I just have to be a dickhead.
so anyway,
to be done.
so this actress or this character has to have like strikingly blue eyes. So they give her contact lenses, so her like the kind of Superman type contact lenses where they're like really fucking blue. Which fine, but because this is a movie from 2008 and therefore has that hideous blue and orange color grading they all did, and it's an HD movie that I was watching on DVD because
Are
it's
you
not
talking
on
about the
streaming.
shithole country filler? The shithole country filter.
Oh, the Mexico filter? That's a different thing. No, there was a very brief period from like 06 to 09 where every single fucking movie overemphasized blue and orange in its color grading.
Is that based off Avatar or something?
No, it was before Avatar. It was just a thing. Like, it was just a phase Hollywood went through.
God, I miss when Hollywood went through phases that weren't. Quick, someone get me a drawer of scripts from 30 fucking years ago.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the first one or two
Oh.
Transformers movies and the first Iron Man had
Yes.
that, and I guess Limitless did, even though it was a little late for it. But anyway, I hate that fucking color grading in most movies. This movie has it, and also because this movie's not on streaming, I rented it from the library on DVD. So between the hideous color grading and the watching an HD recent film on DVD, not only did it look really low res and shitty, but the blue effect on her eyes, because it is kind of fuzzy, looks like her whole fucking eyes are blue. So she looks like one of the Fremen from goddamn Dune.
Damn.
Everything is gray and low contrast now. I agree. I fucking hate modern color grading, but at least modern color grading just looks bad instead of looking bad in a way where you can immediately identify what year the movie was made.
All the modern lighting feels like it's trying to be gritty all the time.
Yeah, that's a problem. Green Lantern had it. Green Lanterns was different, and also on a slight tangent from Green Lantern, I never noticed this till Twitter pointed it out to me, but they used a clip from Green Lantern to point it out. From after 9/11 until like pretty much Man of Steel, superhero movies killed off a fuck ton of innocent people in every movie. I never really noticed that, but it's kind of true. Like, yeah, there's a whole fucking montage, or not montage, but there's a whole sequence in the Green Lantern movie where Parallax is like slamming down the street, just vaporizing like 50 fucking people on the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's quality. So a villain's got to kill some shit.
Yeah, I don't mind that. It's just kind of interesting. Like, yeah, pre 9/11 superhero movies didn't really do that. And because Man of Steel got so much shit for it, yes, we do fucking need Magneto. I can talk about that later. Man of Steel got so much shit for how many fucking innocent people died that ever since then, superhero movies have been like relatively restrained on that. Which I don't, depending on the tone, I don't mind that. Like with a movie like the recent Superman, for example, having a relatively low body count works because it's like, oh yeah, Superman stopped it before it got bad, type of thing, you know? I don't mind decades having a look. I mind them having a look that sucks shit. I've gone off on this tangent before. The Matrix. I love The Matrix. It accidentally ruined Hollywood for 15 years afterwards through no fault of its own. And one of the ways it ruined Hollywood was that it used that hideous pea soup green color grading during all the scenes that take place inside the Matrix. Because one, it reflects the green and black computer code, and two, it's a very clear demarcation. Are we in the Matrix? Are we not? And it really fucking works in the Matrix.
Trippy.
Yeah, the problem is other movies didn't fucking understand that. So after The Matrix came out, for literally like almost a decade afterwards, every fucking movie had the hideous piece of green filter.
See, I don't know if that's the Matrix ruining Hollywood, or if that's just people like.
It's The Matrix through no fault of its own, accidentally inspiring a terrible trend.
Facts.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like it in Harry Potter. Again, if they'd done it for some scenes, like if Voldemort shows up and suddenly the color grading turns green, that's interesting. If the whole fucking movie is green, it's hideous.
It's nice when Princess and the Frog does it, when fucking Lion King does it, when Little Mermaid does it.
Disney Matrix also ruined Hollywood in the form of bullet time or just in general overuse of slow-mo. Or similarly, Bourne Identity. Bourne Identity, good fucking movie. But for 15 fucking years afterwards, I had to look at shaky cam in every single action scene, and it drove me up the goddamn wall.
I argue I also got a worse franchise out of that, and the inspiration for a lot of more bullshit than, at least with The Matrix, like...
I will say I only referenced the first Bourne movie for a reason.
Yeah.
Not that the others are all dog shit or anything, but like none of them are as good as the first.
See,
I never even saw the last one, in fact.
One day, me and Larry are actually going to make another Bourne movie.
We are?
You can really take any fucking word, put it after Bourne, and it's a movie.
I'm trying to remember where I fucking stopped with that franchise. I think I saw the one with Jeremy Renner, but I don't fucking remember anything from it.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's that hit movie Bourne Agriculture where they have to pull him out of his tractor life to go and
that sounds more interesting than what they did with some of them. So
that's dude, you can throw any word after Bourne, like really Mad Libs it.
It's also only the last two Harry Potter movies that have the green color grading when the villain's supposed to be omnipresent. It should have gone away in the end, though. I wouldn't say that. I would say the Bourne colonoscopy. I think from 5 onward, I think it was Order the Phoenix onward, they all had color grading that was too heavy on like green teal, like that general shade.
The Bourne colonoscopy. It's been a couple of years. We thought you'd want to check in.
Blank, yeah.
Green. Dun, 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 dun,
Hopefully
dun,
I die before I get old enough that I need a colonoscopy, because I really don't feel like fucking drinking the juice.
You'll get over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be fine, but
it's like eat Jello.
Anyway, the whole reason I fucking talked about 10,000 BC is because as fucking shit awful as that movie is, you can tell it wasn't made by an AI. You can tell that an actual idiot made that movie.
This is
it's funny because the movie gets compared a lot to the movie 1 Million Years BC, the late 60s Raquel Welch thing.
Which I know 1 Million Years BC is essentially Flintstones movie.
Kinda, yeah. It's probably most famous these days for being the movie from which the Shawshank Redemption poster is from.
Yeah.
But so that movie, as its title suggests, takes place 1 million years BC, and that one kind of just embraces absurdity, like it has humans and dinosaurs living side by side and everything. Mm-hmm. But they knew that was bullshit when they made that movie, whereas I'm not sure Roland Emmerich knew how historically inaccurate his own movie was when he made 10,000 BC.
Most dumbasses don't.
I mean, you'd think you would. There's a whole scene with terror birds, which aren't technically dinosaurs, but they kind of hail from the same genetic lineage as dinosaurs.
Dude, you know damn well every movie you've ever seen that has a dinosaur in it is doing it wrong. And until I see a bunch of chickens chasing motherfuckers around, we're not being accurate at all.
Yeah, I don't love the Jurassic World series, but I will give the first movie credit for acknowledging that.
I love. No, when I saw that line, I was like, oh. someone in the back room gets it. Like, one guy in the back room understands the assignment here.
Well, also remember that at the time the first Jurassic Park was made, we didn't know that, and in fact, the movie was praised for its scientific accuracy when it came out.
Yeah, no. I'm not giving him Jurassic Park is fine. But then when we get the information and no one cares.
I didn't see it, but didn't one of the latest Jurassic World movies actually have feathered dinosaurs in it?
I don't keep up with them like that.
Yeah, I stopped after Fallen Kingdom because it was fucking awful. The Bourne Entropy, true.
The Bourne Entropy. Ah, fuck it, it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, oh Christ, Jason Bourne's back. All right, fine, whatever.
I'm telling you, you can do anything. It's Jason Bourne. What the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah, well, that's basically Matt Damon's attitude. He was like fucking hanging out in his house rehearsing for whatever art film he wants to do, and then a dump truck filled with money with the Bourne Identity logo on the side backed into his driveway, and he's just like, start clipping my hair short again.
You know, if I had an apple farm, I would make a dedicated point of every year sending a bushel of apples to Matt Damon, and I would not say a word.
Matt Damon.
And
apparently he thought that was the funniest fucking thing
dude,
he'd
he
ever
thought
heard.
that shit was great. And I mean, even Trey was like, yeah, we wrote him lines, but Matt did that one time, and it's the funniest thing ever. I couldn't like.
Well, he said after the movie came out, when he met them at some event or whatever, he said, "If you'd asked me to voice myself, I would have."
We just wanted this. This is better. Matt Damon.
Oh, by the way, in case you give a shit, last Monday, Trey and Matt were on Colbert, along with the other co-creator of Book of Mormon, whose name I forget.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, they did an interview, and Andrew Rannells did like he and the rest of the original choir did like the what do you call the I Believe song.
I need you to know my day has been so shitty. That is like the highlight of my day.
Yeah, it was a pretty amusing interview too, because he was telling like childhood stories about his dad being Randy Marsh, basically, and
Randy Marsh is the greatest character.
Well, he told some story about like something he did in school where he like the assignment was to do one thing and he took it in like a really different direction. It was one of those. And so the teacher was like pissy about it, and he goes, and my dad, who's basically Randy Marsh from South Park, comes into the school and then he puts on Randy's voice.
What?
You're punishing my son for being creative? Well, fuck you. Anyway, it was an entertaining interview. I thought you might want to see it.
I do want to see that.
We do carry the flame for Randy Marsh. Anyway, you want to hear the rest of today's good news? Some of it you probably have heard about.
I want to finish telling you one thing first.
Go ahead.
So I will send this man a bushel of apples every day for like 20 years. I'll send him two. I'll send him one on Christmas and one on his birthday. And he's gonna be really confused. And he's gonna be asking everyone about this. And I'm gonna approach an elderly Matt Damon. And you know what I'm gonna say to that stupid motherfucker. You know exactly what I'm gonna say to that motherfucker.
You like them apples?
How do you like them apples? I want him to. I want to play Matt Damon with a 20-year prank. If you own an apple farm, please just do it for me. Let me live vicariously through you.
Too much good news. We can't stop winning, and even when we say we got to stop winning, we're told you got to keep winning, or you're going to keep winning. That is me today. After all these fucking pieces of news.
So I know that it was probably meant in a Trump way, but in my heart of hearts, I flashed back to it being like 2012 when like it was a much better time. And it was just the greatest actor of all time. Just he was the only person who would ever say winning more than twice in a sentence. If you were winning more than twice in a sentence, you already knew that there was a pound of coke somewhere in like a 2-room vicinity. Charlie Sheen was afoot. It was great.
How is it one man can make winning even sound rapey? True. First of all, and this isn't a story, it's just something I thought those of you in the audience should know. Until about noon tomorrow, 24-hour flash sale on Criterion, 50% off all items.
And I just want our people to know, there is a 24-hour sale going on for Five Finger discounts.
That is true, but Criterion does not have a storefront, unless you count Barnes & Noble.
Oh, you sweet summer child. You wouldn't steal a car.
Well, yeah, but I want to own the fucking disc, man. Just because I can fucking find Blood Simple on one of my perfectly legal websites doesn't mean I don't want to own Blood Simple.
Burner.
I don't want that. I want the Criterion version with the 4,000 hours of bonus features.
Oh my. I want the corporate sticker.
Okay, you can accuse Criterion of lots of things. Corporate is not one of them. I mean, they are a company, yes, but they're not. It's not like I'm fucking giving. It's not like I'm giving $50 to fucking Warner Brothers directly.
No, you're right. You're right.
And Criterion is like one of the few companies that gives even the slightest of fucks about art preservation, so I gotta respect that.
That is true. That is true. Our preservation is important.
Speaking of art preservation, I am a fucking. This was technically from yesterday, but I am a fucking happy boy. Oh man, this got my fucking dick hard. I'm not even necessarily sure I want to see the story go on from here, but god damn it, if it's the same fucking creative team, I gotta do it. I wasn't sure I wanted Last of Us Part 2 either, and I love that game.
I didn't want Last of Us Part 1. Well, actually, no, I wanted it. I just didn't want it after. It was terrible.
Yeah, whatever. They're holding film preservation on their back like Atlas. Games could use something like that. Well, that's what emulators are for.
Well, what? You could argue limited run games is trying their best.
Well, yeah, true. And that's part of why literally anytime I have the option, I wait for limited run. That's why I'm still waiting for High on Life 2, even though it's been out for like 3 months.
No, like I'm specifically I've just been thinking a lot lately about Nintendo's practices with these ever since.
Oh yes.
Okay, so
Nintendo is infamous for this.
Can you Google a couple things for me on the screen?
Sure.
When did Pokemon Fire Red first come out?
Pokemon Fire Red, that's the whole title?
Yeah. I got one for my Game Boy Advance. I could dig it out if we need.
According to Wikipedia, they are 2004 remakes of the 1996 role-playing games.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're a little more than remakes, but that's close enough for government work for how complicated that is. Wait, which one's a reboot versus a remake?
Reboot technically just means like fresh start for the franchise, so like reboot can technically be anything.
True. It's like all the first game plus a bunch of extra shit that we've already gotten from the other generations.
Yeah, people forget this, but like fucking the Star Wars prequels were arguably a reboot. They were a fresh start for Star Wars.
Yeah, okay. So cool. So 2004 remake.
Emulators are kind of legally gray. Granted, the High C is quite possibly the greatest repository of art history in human existence. That is why we still have Nosferatu. So yeah, you're not wrong.
Believe me, it's Larry has to constantly pull me back from singing shanties every day.
By the way, to be clear on that front, when I buy something from Criterion, it's because it's something I love enough that I actually want to physically own it forever and guarantee that I can watch it no matter what.
I'm just good at data preservation on that front, but no, I get.
Well, I can do that too, but like, no, I want a physical copy so that if my computer explodes and all my hard drives get set on fire, I still have a means to watch it.
Your hard drive getting set on fire is the same thing as your DVD case getting set on fire.
Well, yes, but my DVDs don't catch on fire by accident quite as often.
God forbid you ever have a separate backup.
I do. I actually do have 2 copies of my drive for this channel.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, just put that in put it in a freezer. It ain't gonna catch fire.
I think putting it in a freezer might damage it, but Anyway, you were talking about Pokemon Fire Red.
So, 2004 remake of a 96 game. Could you tell me how much that sold for?
I don't actually know. I don't think Wikipedia says. I'm gonna guess like $50. Given the era.
Nope. I wanted to double check. $34.99.
Oh, right, because it's Game Boy Advance. It would be cheaper. Yeah. Okay.
$34.99. Now, okay, cool. Now, can you do me a favor? Look up the last Pokemon game released by Nintendo.
Which one is that?
You'll see. This is not a trick.
By Nintendo.
Or Game Freak. Whatever. The last Pokemon game to come out.
Okay, I don't want to trust the AI overview. Is this actually true? The most recent one is Pokemon Pokopia?
That is true. Now,
for the Nintendo Switch.
Now, right before Pokopia, we got something else. We got Fire Red again.
So, like the third attempt at it, you mean?
No. See, this is the easy misconception, because like.
So it's not a remake of the last game called Fire Red.
It's a port. It's a 1-to-1 port.
Okay.
Of a file that they just like dragged and dropped. They pretty much put a fucking emulator on their own device and ran their old work for like.
Yeah, so it doesn't have any remastering or anything.
None.
Okay. That happened to me with Star Wars actually, and these were both from Limited Run. I bought Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which got like a real proper remaster from Aspyr, like they modernized the controls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, that game's fucking awesome. I'm going to buy the second one, which was called Racer Revenge. What I didn't know is that unlike Episode 1 Racer, Racer Revenge did not undergo any remastering. They just ported the PS2 game onto a PS4 disc.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but the game also sucks for other reasons. But that was really, despite being the more recent game, it felt 20 years less advanced because it was.
Because it fucking is.
I'm very excited, however, for Star Wars Galactic Racer this fall.
Well, that sounds like it could be neat.
I'm hyped. Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally getting a remaster on PC and modern consoles. Yeah, I heard about that. It's like Collection Volume 2 or something, right?
Heard something about that.
Anyway, I'm very excited. As the title tonight says, it's a happy week for Marvel projects that don't suck ass. Because we got fucking more Wonder Man coming, baby!
Ben Kingsley's here?
Ben Kingsley was in season 1, yeah. Yeah, you gotta actually fucking watch Wonder Man, dude.
I know. Ben Kingsley, whenever I see him, he pisses me off because he makes
I
me
know, because he was Gandhi.
I know. He was good at his role, okay? Like
that's the thing. You don't like Gandhi, okay, fine. That's not Ben Kingsley's fault that it's his fault that he played Gandhi. It's not his fault that Gandhi was who he was.
I'm not angry at him. I just am like, God damn it, Ben Kingsley. Go fucking lay with a child naked.
As far as I know, Ben Kingsley never did that. Also, remind me, did they put fucking makeup to darken his skin tone on him in that movie or no?
I didn't even look into it. Okay.
Because people have said they did, but like Ben Kingsley is, I think, half Indian, so.
Yeah, but he's also half British.
Well, I know. My point is, I'm not sure that he required any fucking makeup.
Oh, yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he did.
I mean, I believe you. I haven't seen the movie in fucking 20 years, but.
I don't know. Ben Kingsley's got kind of like he's got like a sun-kissed look normally. And for Gandhi, you know, they kind of made him dirty.
Yeah, so from what I recall, it was not bad enough that it like fully took a step into blackface, but it was definitely like I probably wouldn't have just to be safe.
I mean, when you're already representing Gandhi, race relations are not your priority.
Damn, Ben Kingsley's birth name is Krishna Pandit Banji. Okay, that makes me feel better about casting him as an Indian guy. Like, it's probably, I wouldn't do it again today, but like, whatever, I don't care.
Like, I don't know about all that. Like, it's like, I get what you're saying.
Oh, damn, that was Richard Attenborough? Nice. Yeah, I mean, fucking, like, plenty of movies I love do unfortunately do that just because of the era they're from and nobody was thinking. Like, even some of the extras in Indiana Jones are wearing fucking makeup to darken their skin, and that's not because Spielberg is racist, it's because they were replaced mid-scene by a stuntman. And the stuntman needed to match the fucking guy. I don't know.
They only got Italians around. I don't know what the
like I said, I wouldn't do it again today, but like I don't think Spielberg in 1980 was going. I think he was just like, "Hey, can you make that stunt guy look a little more like the actor?" All right, thanks.
Yeah, no. He wasn't like that for a few more years. Then he was like.
Temple of Doom is its own thing, and as I've discussed before, a lot of shit got cut in editing that would have made it less problematic.
What would make it less problematic?
Well, I've talked about this before, but like the whole gross out dinner scene is supposed to be our first clue that something is up, but because the fucking musings of that from Indy got cut, that kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
We really got to make every fucking indigenous culture, or not everyone, but we got to make these people, oh, they're cannibals, therefore we can justify their bad.
Yeah, and not that because you know how I feel about citing shit from other material, but like in the novelization of Temple of Doom, which has stuff from the script that got cut from the finished film, we get Indy's internal monologue during that scene. And he's acting normal and being friendly, but the whole time he's watching it thinking, Hindus are vegetarians. What the fuck is going on here?
Who said they were Hindu?
They're the Indian Raj. It's a reasonable assumption that they're Hindu.
I mean, aren't there a lot of different options?
Well, there are, but the Raj is, or the Maharaja, rather, is what he's called. The Maharaja is Hindi.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, so like there's stuff in that movie that without that context looks kind of racist, but with the context is like, oh no, we're supposed to think that's off. Like, we're supposed to think it's weird that a culture made up of vegetarians is eating chilled monkey brains.
Chilled Monkey Brains sounds like an album.
It really does. There must be one named that. That line is too famous for it to not have at least a song named after it.
I mean, it sounds like something 2D was singing about.
Yeah, well, Indy knows about Indy knows about Hindu culture, so he knows what they're supposed to act like. So when he sees them eating chilled monkey brains and putting live snakes in their mouths, he's thinking like something's up. We're not being told something.
You know what would make Indiana Jones a really better character?
What?
Dude needs an addiction. No joking. You get that motherfucker an addiction.
He's addicted to pussy. And he's also addicted to fucking up his relationships.
Listen, I don't want to think about Indiana's addiction to questioned legality pussy.
That's a whole fucking thing. There's no canon basis for it. You know this. We've discussed this.
And the assumptions have to be made either way. So it's relevant to at least pose the question if there's no definitive.
The movies never say how old Marion is, but I did not for 1 second get the implication that she was in her 20s.
Listen, we already know how he is with his students.
Well, no, that's how his students are with him. He's avoiding that shit.
I'm just saying.
Go back and watch the scene again. When she fucking blinks and it says "love you" on her eyelids, he's like,
relationships. Oh, that totally won't ever cross with this one.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't. Especially in like the fucking games and the other movies and shit. consistent implication is the students are all thirsting over him, and he's like, "Great, go away now, please." Like in the one
This
fucking,
hurts you so. I'm just saying it's question. You always fight for the fucking.
it's not. First of all, Indiana Jones is my second favorite fucking franchise
I know,
on
you're
earth,
like,
so
you're right.
I am its strongest soldier. And second, I've watched the movie a million times. When she fucking closes her eyes and has written "love you" on her eyelids, he looks visibly uncomfortable and avoids looking at her for the rest of the scene. Indy may be a lot of things, but he does not breach fucking ethics like that.
I hope so, but like, I don't know.
However, in one of the earlier novels, he did fuck a professor of his, but that's not, he wasn't her student anymore, I don't think, when he fucked her.
So in other words, once they graduate, they're fair ball.
Yeah, and that was also a very particular circumstance where, like, trauma of nearly getting killed together brought them together type of thing, so.
Listen, no one who has as interesting a dynamic with women and runs as many trains, as Indiana Jones gets to be not scrutinized in this day and age. Yo, listen. So, hey, someone pull up that Epstein file database and search Indiana Jones, huh?
I'm actually going to do it just to see what happens.
I haven't seen any articles about if Indiana Jones.
No, I've never even been on. Jesus, this is a great fucking sign, isn't it? A government website having to ask how old I was.
Are you 18 years or older? Because we might accidentally show porn on here.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm taking it off screen. Just out of fucking curiosity, I'm doing it.
He's doing it.
Because when this came out, Jon Stewart looked up his own fucking name, and to his horror, discovered he is actually mentioned in passing in one Epstein email.
To be clear, folks, he's not a participant, so who cares?
No, it was just an email saying, like, yeah, a Jon Stewart type would be good for that role, or whatever. There are 3 instances of his name appearing, and
Indiana Jones is in the Epstein files, folks. What? Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
To be clear, the 3 instances in which he appears are all just referencing his movies.
Okay, to be clear, there's only references to his actions, to the actions of Indiana Jones.
Also, do we know that Indy was dead by the time Epstein was active? Because Indy, at least if you consider the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles canon, Indy lived until at least the early 1990s.
Yeah, and like, I thought Epstein was active in late 80s.
Oh yeah, no, they did overlap. Now, granted, Indy would be so fucking old that he probably can't get an erection anymore, but you don't know for sure.
I mean, we all know that Epstein has nothing to do with old men and their perverse ideas. That's never been a thing that crossed.
True, but okay, let me rephrase. Viagra did not yet exist when we last saw Indy alive. And no, Indy was not 80. Everybody thinks that because Harrison Ford is. Indy is always 1 year older than whatever the year takes place in because he was born in 1899. So any Indiana Jones movie, just add a year to whatever year, add a 1 to whatever year it is. That's how old Indy is. So no, he was 70 in the last movie.
His fucking strongest soldier.
I am Indiana Jones' strongest soldier. The motherfucker kills Nazis and fucks hot bitches, and he does it all without CGI bullshit.
So does Brad Pitt. I don't see you waving his flag.
Brad Pitt has CGI bullshit.
That's not Brad Pitt doing it.
I know, but I don't know, man. I was 5 years old when you showed me Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can't fucking argue with that shit.
I just, there's something about when Brad Pitt kills a Nazi and like you see that little glimmer in his eye that's like, I'll really do it.
He's thinking about his wife.
Yeah. No, he's just having like an actual great time. And there's something about like every time I see a scene like that, I feel like I just experience a tiny little bit of his joy. It's just like, nice.
I also just like, part of it is because movies have gotten so much shittier, but like when I watch Temple of Doom, I'm like, damn, this is the one everyone says sucks because this movie's fucking awesome.
You know, you get a really good point. It's almost like the bar has fallen.
Yeah, it is true.
The bar is so low.
Well, You know what I love about those movies? You know how they did all the stunts?
Just doing them.
They just had motherfuckers do it.
Yeah, I mean that's they just did things.
And I don't just mean the stuntmen. There is a I have the fucking complete franchise box set on 4K. So there's a million bonus features. They have all this behind the scenes footage. Remember that scene in Temple of Doom where they're on the scaffolding and he throws his whip around the light and swings across to the other piece of scaffolding?
Yes.
They have behind the scenes footage of Harrison Ford just fucking doing that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Like, that whip wasn't even secured to the fucking lamp between shots. He just fucking did that for real.
But we have Keanu.
Yeah? Well, we didn't yet back then, but we do now.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're talking in terms of doing stunts, I'll just take Keanu in a SWAT action.
Yeah, Keanu is great, though he does have the additional benefit of they can CG stuff out, which does make the scene easier to shoot for them.
Okay, I mean,
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve credit. I'm just saying that there's like different categories.
I mean, yes, but like,
did he have a harness? No, he did not. Now, granted, unlike in the actual movie, he was like 10 feet above a crash pad, so if he fell, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But he threw the fucking whip, ensnared it on the lamp, and swung on it with his full body weight for real.
I don't know, it's just me. You're never going to impress me with any trick involving a whip.
In fact, also, I remember when I was reading when Crystal Skull came out, I was reading a thing about it, and Harrison Ford was saying, like, thank God we have CG now, because now I can continue to do the stunts, because now we can put me in a safety harness and CG the wires out.
Speaking of Crystal Skull, have you heard about the tumultuous story lately that is Shia LaBeouf?
I heard he like screamed at someone in a restaurant and got arrested or something.
He got arrested a few times in like the past couple months.
He's been arrested a number of times over the years.
No, but like he's been on like a string lately.
Yeah, he's going on his Ezra Miller fucking thing.
He got fucking loaded at Mardi Gras and then got arrested. And a fan, he was like, "Yo, some fan come pick me up." Some woman drove like 3 hours, and then he like gave her like 10 fucking K.
Didn't he have like some nutcase obsessed fan who was trying to marry him at some point, or is that a different celebrity?
I think that was Shia. And then,
yeah, good question. Why do people still work with this guy? They stopped for a while because he admitted to abusing a past girlfriend, but then we decided that Me Too is fake and that fucking pedophiles are cool, so he wasn't a pedophile, he was just abusive, but still.
I mean, he is an actual cannibal.
No, that's Armie Hammer.
What?
Armie Hammer is the one who was into cannibalism.
We gotta talk about Shia LaBeouf, right?
We are talking about Shia LaBeouf, yes, but he's not the one who was into cannibalism. That was
Shia LaBeouf's an actual cannibal.
You're going to have to be more specific then. You're referencing something I'm not familiar with.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
God damn it. All right. My fucking Chrome history's fucked as it is. Might as well throw this in.
Oh, no. This is an old.
Also, controversial take. I like his character in Crystal Skull.
I like his acting. He's off a fucking deep end. Actually, yes.
Oh, it's a song. The song Shia LaBeouf. Okay.
Actual cannibal. Sure.
Okay, I thought you were referencing the fact that Armie Hammer literally is a cannibal. Like, I'm not kidding. He is a fucking cannibal.
Aren't we all?
No.
I mean, ever have some dry skin on your lip? Probably falls.
Yeah, and then I go
swallow it. But you sleep. You probably swallow some in your sleep. All the bits on your saliva just eating human.
Well, at least he's not starring in Daily Wire slop, a fate worse than death. Not for the people who do it. They love the slop, but, you know.
We can't just let sub-slop exist if we want to have a grime-free world.
I was introduced to a great term like a month or two ago called slopflation, which is when you have a thing that used to be considered slop but is now considered really good because the quality of slop has gone down.
Huh. Yeah,
Examples
like,
include the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, or the '80s version of The Running Man, or like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies in general. Like I've told you, when I watched Eraser, I just kept thinking the same phrase Alex taught me: "They don't suck like they used to."
I mean, y'all must have been having an interesting. Like, what were you talking about that came up?
I think Alex was making one of his YouTube videos about an old shitty superhero movie from like the '90s or 2000s and how it sucks differently than modern ones do.
Things used to suck because of like fun little, not all the corners are around it. Now things suck because we're just getting circles. It's just constant.
Yeah, like
there is nothing. It's just
well, yeah, like that movie Eraser, that shitty mid '90s Arnold movie. Like it isn't good, but the ways it sucks are different than the ways modern bad movies suck.
I saw a movie the other day. It was actually really good, and weirdly enough, it featured someone I didn't expect to see in a good production. He's still not out the doghouse, but I just didn't expect it.
Oh.
Ashton.
Yeah, I don't know. He has his little fucking redemption arc moments every so often.
Well, fucking, he was a record producer. What's the fucking name of this movie?
Things suck because the people making movies don't like movies. Back in the day, the people making things worse still like movies. Well, yeah, it's that fucking tweet. What?
It's called Vengeance.
Oh yeah, that movie.
You'd like it. It was really good.
So the tweet summed it up best. You know, when George Lucas was framing shots for Star Wars, he was referencing old Kurosawa movies or westerns, whereas when modern people frame a shot for Star Wars, they're referencing past Star Wars movies.
Yeah, no, bro. Listen.
Which, by the way, is also true of Jurassic Park.
Oh, I'm not mad at old Star Wars movies because no, it's clearly a Kurosawa film in space. It's great, but when no one knows what the fucking samurai movie is, and so like all the context is lost, I get a little peeved.
I had to explain this one to my dad the other day because I was telling him about X-Men '97 and how it's really good, and I had to explain. Have you watched? What are you doing? Oh, So have you watched it, or at least watched the original?
Not the whole thing, but like a decent amount.
Did you watch any of the episodes with Nimrod in them?
I want to say I saw one.
So you know the like apocalyptic future that Bishop is from?
Yes.
So one of the recurring antagonists in that future is a super advanced, like liquid metal, self-repairing Sentinel robot called Nimrod. And it's called Nimrod because, unlike everybody else, they know what Nimrod actually means.
And before you say it, I just want to fucking go on the record that I know what this is. So let me just Bugs Bunny changed your language. None of you know what anything means anymore because Bugs Bunny changed your language from a Greek myth into what people think means idiot. It doesn't. It doesn't mean.
The word Nimrod refers to a biblical character who was known for his hunting prowess, and in one of the early Bugs Bunny shorts, he sarcastically calls Elmer Fudd Nimrod.
Because he's hunting.
Yes, but people didn't get that joke, so they thought Nimrod was just an insulting term for dumbass that they'd never heard before and started using it as such. But X-Men, and to their fucking credit, they don't even make any jokes about it. They have a fucking villain named Nimrod, and they just play it straight. Like, they don't make any jokes about his fucking name. They just treat it like a reference you're supposed to get.
Just understand how things work.
Yeah. And Nimrod is relevant for 97. Have you seen 97? Like,
once again, only some of it.
Do you care about spoilers?
Should I care about this? I think I should.
Okay. A character has his origins in Nimrod.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's all I'll say.
I gotta go fucking actually finish this shit.
Yeah, and you gotta watch fucking Wonder Man.
What? You love Wonder Man this much, huh?
I really fucking... Wonder Man is probably, when I say transformative, I mean like telling a new kind of story, making a new kind of movie, show, whatever. I think Wonder Man is the most transformative Marvel movie since the first Avengers.
All right, now you are put before the celestial gods. They put a fucking gun to your head.
I agree it is the best MCU show.
You have to get rid of one of the following two shows. You have 5 seconds to choose from the moment that you hear both options.
Okay.
Wonder Man and Pluribus.
Wonder Man, but it's gonna fucking hurt.
Okay. I just so I know how much we're expecting here. It's good, but it's not. Vince is just gonna save the world. Good.
Well, Pluribus is its own thing.
Well, all I have nowadays is Vince.
Yeah, like
who else makes
like if we're making a fucking one of those tier lists, S A B C D whatever's.
Pluribus is just double S tier.
Wonder Man is like maybe not the very first one in S tier, but close to the beginning of S tier, and then there's an additional tier that's just called Pluribus, and it just has Pluribus in it.
Fair enough.
And maybe Breaking Bad as well.
Oh, Breaking Bad is so good.
Yeah, and Better Call Saul, of course.
So I was very disappointed in humanity because I was going down some social media the other day, and I found out, or I realized people were still hating Skylar White because she fucked Ted, and I was not of the impression that like we cared about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a well-balanced human being.
I only had one concern.
What?
When I remember when I watched Breaking Bad, I had one concern about her fucking Ted, and it wasn't, oh no, she's cheating on Walt. It was, how long has it been since she gave birth?
Bro, when her fucking Ted, I was like, I truly do not understand a single fuck to give.
So when you watched it, did you binge it when it was over, or did you watch it week to week?
Oh, I watched that shit weekly. I was there.
Okay, because I didn't with Breaking Bad, but I did with Saul and obviously with Pluribus. But maybe you have a better answer. How long is it in universe between her giving birth to Holly and her having an affair with Ted?
Well, Holly's okay because she's still got Holly in the thing. She's bringing her into the office.
Well, yeah, obviously she's still a baby, but I mean, how many weeks is it between those two events?
Oh, there's a few.
Okay, because maybe just because I binged it, to me, those two events happened within like 2 days of each other, and I'm like, is she healed from fucking childbirth?
Oh, man. Maybe she likes it up the butt. I don't fucking know.
Well, that would really fucking hurt after giving birth to a baby, by the way.
Man, what? Maybe she's a masochist.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to assume it was like 2 months.
I'm dicking around. I'm dicking around, but yeah, no. I mean, I never thought about that, but yeah, no, valid point. But
yeah, because that was the only thing I was worried about. I was worried about her fucking like vaginal health.
No, like I saw human beings actively talking like back and forth about like, oh well, yada yada, cheating, blah, 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 blah. Bro, no.
Yeah, okay.
It was at that moment that I flashed back into, oh yeah, I forgot how much hating Skylar is a problem for the wrong reason.
Yeah, like
there is one reason you can hate Skylar. I want to be clear. There is a very reasonable reason to hate Skylar.
Remind me which one.
Season 1, episode 5. She goes to Walt's old buddies who literally
and she didn't ask him for
goes to their party and then just asks them like, yo, can you like kind of pay for our shit? And anyone who's like, oh, she didn't ask, you know that thing. You've all done it to your parents when you're a child where you
don't directly ask, you just let it be known that it's something you need.
Yeah, she just breadcrumbed it so fucking clearly. Like,
yeah, and that's a little shitty, but like I get why she did it.
Sure, but like I mean, once again, it's we have to all keep in context. Breaking Bad's a show about everyone being the villain, and Walter White is a villain among villains. He is a person so bad. Every shitty person you meet in this show is nothing compared to him. But
Yeah, and like, let's be real. If I was married and my wife got cancer and said, no, I don't want to deal with it the normal way, I would probably also think you're being irrational and go behind their back and try to get it done. Maybe that's not good of me, but it's probably what I do.
Well, fair. See, and that's where it's like, no, I understand her doing it.
Oh, yeah, she was also pregnant at the time, so a lot was riding on Walter staying alive. That is true.
But remember, folks, this wasn't his treatment was going to give him a dog water chance. He was not looking well, and it was essentially throwing a fuck ton of money at a bad chance.
Yeah, ultimately, we, the audience, now know that it bought him quite a bit of time, but...
Yeah, but who the fuck could know that in the moment?
In fact, I wonder, when his cancer came back near the end of the show, had it not been, everything going on, and he was able to just do routine treatments, I wonder if it would have gone back into remission. I'm guessing no?
I don't think so, because even when he was... I mean, I know it's not full treatment, but when he was when he was getting meds up in New Hampshire, he was looking significantly different.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that maybe had he not been hidden away settling for subpar medical care, maybe it would have gone back into remission. I would guess no?
I don't expect it to. I mean,
and also, Walt famously did not have full healthcare coverage. Like,
this is what I'm saying. The bills were insane, and I'm not saying Walt was perfectly making the right decision. He did make a tactical choice. He wasn't acting as like a pure psychotic person.
Yeah, like when what were their names? Gretchen and what?
Elliot.
Yeah, so when they offered in to bring him in, then he would have had full healthcare coverage. But with his job, like circa minute 1 of the pilot, he would not.
True. Bro.
When he's in the ambulance, he even says, like, "Hey, man, how much is this going to cost? I don't have the best insurance."
Like, they stole his company. They stole, or women aren't objects to be stolen. So, but there's beef with the love triangle.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of glad they never got into that more. Like, I'm
glad that they touched it just enough that you could see it in the corner, but you don't really need to talk much about it. You can just be like, yeah, there's probably a problem there.
Yeah, because they have like that one flashback with him and Gretchen where, like, I don't know if they explicitly showed them kissing, but they certainly implied that there was something going on.
Yeah, they're together. Yeah, no, yeah.
If they're not together, they certainly were considering it.
Didn't they say they were engaged?
They didn't. No, they never said engaged. They clearly. I think the only word he used was like involved.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible he never even fucked Gretchen and he just wanted to.
It's possible. I'd say Breaking Bad fans are more incels, not Walter White, but I get where you're going.
No, it just would be really funny if he nuked such a chance over some pussy he never even got to have.
See, no, that would be funny. It's just there's so many implications where I'm like, I get where he's coming from. And so, like, I get being upset at it.
Yeah, that is the whole thesis of the show, is that if Walt didn't have such a fucking ego, he could have avoided most of the bad shit that happened to him.
I mean, most people in the series have one critical flaw that could solve.
Yeah. Now, granted, his relationship with Skylar still would have been, like, kind of shitty just because they were in a rut, but, like... I mean, who knows? Maybe if he... In the alternate universe where Walt was able to get proper treatment from Word 1, maybe being with him would reinvigorate their fucking relationship. I don't know.
I'd also argue, though, once again, just playing devil's advocate here. Walt's absolutely prideful, but it's in these bursts that really show he's not trying to do it. Because the guy's at a car wash washing his student's car as they fucking laugh at him.
Yeah.
He's trying. Like, let's not forget.
I mean, hell, maybe if his life didn't suck up to this point, he wouldn't have developed such a fucking chip on his shoulder that it exploded into becoming a meth kingpin.
Oh, well, that's just absolute. He's a result of He's a result of the environment. He's a product.
Well, I mean, yeah, we all are, of course.
Yeah, but like Walter White's one of the most American things if you think about it. Fucking bootstraps, truly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry he got.
Say what you will about Walt, he built a successful business, all right.
Yeah, dude. Like, take all those stereotypical things that you would say to like a shop kid in 1975 and apply them to Walter White for a second, and they all work.
Walter White probably
He's a
would have been a
self-made
shop kid if he didn't luck into being born a genius.
Well, shop kids can be geniuses too. He just
Well, of course, but that's what I'm saying is that just due to the circumstances of
field of
birth, he
engineering
was
could
so
help him.
fucking smart that he got into chemistry instead.
if he just went to a different field of engineering, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
He also didn't have to kill Gus. It's only because he would have killed the meth cook had the roles been reversed. I actually don't blame him for killing Gus, but that's kind of for obvious reasons.
Okay.
I disagree. I don't know if Gus was a better person than Walt.
Okay. Well, I'm Walt and Gus are both bad people. Which one's better is up for debate. I'm pausing that for 1 second just to say, from Walt's perspective, he had to kill Gus because Gus is notably training Jesse so he can get rid of Walt. Every time, like, Gus is able, he's like, oh, yeah, no, you're awesome. Hey, buddy, come here. Watch him. He's going to watch you. So, yeah, Walt, please go on and do all that stuff you wanted to do. Please.
So there's one central question we have to ask if we're wondering, is Gus a better person than Walt? And that is, when Gus threatened to kill Walt's children, was he serious?
I mean, who's the one who we know poisoned the child, Larry?
Well, there you go. That's the question.
Okay, I'd also argue we've seen Gus do violence for nothing other than emotion and love. We've only seen Walt do it out of like sociopathic ass reasons. Like,
yeah, Walt, when he kills people, generally does so dispassionately.
I am like, even if we're gonna call this not killing her, whatever, just think about the Jane thing. That you see him do math. He's like,
yeah, he's like, is it worth it to save her?
I could save you, but you just said you're gonna. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Meanwhile, Gus is like, oh, 25 years ago, you killed my boyfriend. So I've planned an elaborate way to destroy
that's what
your
Alex is pointing out right here.
Alex is ready for me. Yeah, because like Gus motherfucking murdered an entire cartel for taking his boyfriend away. That I don't know. That is better. That is kind of a higher moral caliber.
To be fair, though, Walt did also murder an entire drug cartel, and the cartel he murdered were Nazis.
To be fair, he worked with the Nazis up until the Nazis fucked with him. He's okay with Nazis as long as he's on the winning side of them.
I hesitate to say okay, but he definitely didn't ask too many questions about their tattoos.
No. Don't forget how he met them. The synchronized gang killing.
Well, yeah, and granted, it has been like a decade since I watched it, so I don't remember every fucking detail, but because he works mostly with Todd, and Todd's adjacent to the Nazis, but he doesn't appear to ideologically be one.
No. First, he was working with Jack, and then Jack brings in Todd. He's like, this is my nephew. I want you to hang out with this kid.
Didn't Jack, I thought there was some reason that Walt could pretend he didn't know what Jack was up to. Didn't Jack, not have the tattoos or something?
No, I think Jack's got one on his arm.
I thought there was some reason that there was something that enabled Walt to pretend he didn't notice the swastika tattoos.
But it's a white prison gang. Multiple white prison gangs across, I think, 17 prisons or 7 prisons. There's no way you could argue to me that this is not white supremacy.
Well, that's just Walt using them as weapons. That's not so much working with them, but yeah. I mean, I might be wrong because it has been a decade. Maybe Jack was openly a Nazi from Word 1, but I felt like there was some kind of, plausible deniability. With Jack specifically.
Huh, I don't...
Oh, it was on his neck? Okay, then I'm just misremembering it.
Okay, yeah, no, because I was like, I'm pretty sure Jack is just a Nazi. Like, he's just a Nazi.
Well, we know he is, but I could have sworn there was some reason that he could kind of pretend he wasn't, but I guess I'm just misremembering.
Yeah, I think Walt just didn't give a fuck at this point.
Yeah, Walt viewed them as like useful idiots he would cut out later,
Walt
which
was
he
already
ultimately
beyond.
did.
I mean, Walt was already beyond the pale at this point.
Yeah.
He had taken out a few people at this stage.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Because so this is a fun fact for you. They didn't know if they'd get a fifth season, so when they wrote the finale to season 4, they wrote it to wrap up all the basics in case they didn't get another season. So as a result of that in universe, Walt could have very easily quit cooking meth at the end of season 4. Like, he's in remission, all his enemies are dead, he has more than enough money. He could just retire and fucking literally drive off into the sunset, and he chooses not to.
Yes, I would also say fucking Mike, but
what do you mean?
Like, he could have ran his empire and just had it been fine, but him and Mike were always going to clash.
Well, yeah, and he not only fuck run the empire, he could have just divested from the empire and said, fuck it, Mike, you have the criminal empire, I'm going to go move to fucking California.
He could, but I think narratively that's insane.
I agree. I'm just saying that, like, it speaks to Walt's character that he had the clearest out of all time and willingly didn't take it.
Well, because don't forget what I keep harping on about season 1. They took his fucking company. And this has been in his head.
Yeah, so he's going to build his own equivalent.
Yeah, no, you took my fucking empire. You took my empire. My empire's... I can see it. I can see it every day on the fucking stock market. And it's not mine. And I fucking love how you can kind of like the slow exposure of, oh, that's what he wants. He don't give a fuck at this point about
and also, not that you need to have this pointed out to you, but they didn't steal anything from Walt. He let things get weird and willingly divested.
Well, I mean, the Nazis stole from him. But
no, I mean the company with Gretchen and Elliot.
Oh, yeah, no, it's one of those where, like, he was like, times were tight and it had to be done.
Yeah, he has a million excuses for how it's not his fault.
I think I've always taken that one conversation as him casually, like, that's the implications about Gretchen I take a lot, where it's like, he just doesn't want to talk about what happened.
Yeah, he says something about, like, things got complicated between the three of us, and he doesn't really elaborate.
He's just not talking about the reason he can't deal with them, or they can't deal with him.
Yeah, like he has a million excuses how it's not his fault. Of course, in reality, I didn't think this at the time, but now I'm thinking, like, why didn't he just negotiate for, like, a percentage of the company? Like a residual or whatever.
Because he wants, like, it's the, okay. Because he shouldn't have to beg at a table that he owns, is his thought process.
Yeah, well, no, what I mean is, like, he says that his bailout package was $5,000. And I'm thinking, like, in hindsight, he probably could have negotiated for, like, a residual gets paid once a year rather than a flat rate.
I took it as an emotional, he didn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, exactly. My point. He fucked up, but now he's paying for it. Yeah, he does say he didn't think it would go anywhere. He says that at one point.
It is kind of fucked that they kept the name like that, though.
Gray Matter, yeah. Well, frankly, that's a generic enough name. It's not impossible Elliot forgot how they came up with that name.
True. I do love that story where he's like, his name is Elliot Schwartz. Schwartz means black in German. My name is white.
Which has some pretty disturbing implications for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, believe me, anytime I hear his name, any single time, I think about that interview with Muhammad Ali, where he's like, no, just stop it. No, we're not doing that.
I'll say about Arnold is that when I say his full name, I make absolutely sure to clearly enunciate the fact that I said Nager in Schwarzenegger.
Oh, speaking of Randy Marsh.
No, I'm not even making a joke. Like, I just, like, with words like that that can be misinterpreted, I make sure to very clearly enunciate if I'm saying them.
No.
Actually, I'm gonna tell there's not really a story to it, it's just kind of a funny thing. So my uncle one time, like, just completely, he's not racist at all, to be fucking clear. He used, and I'll bring it up as I say it, he used the word niggardly in like an academic context, and somebody didn't know what it meant and got like horrified, and he's like, oh no, sorry, it was a different.
Yeah, but there's no need for it.
It was some,
It's
yeah,
extraneous.
there was some ultra specific context where it was the right word to use in like an academic setting 35 years ago. I don't fucking remember anything.
Yeah, and you can actually make the same argument about, wow, I was reading this book about peasants carrying their faggots through the woods. This is unreasonable.
I'm not saying it was the right word for him to use. I'm just saying that whatever context it was, he didn't think it could be. He didn't think there'd be a problem, and then once he did, he was like, "Oh, sorry for the misunderstanding." No, this didn't fuck up. This was just a momentary funny anecdote. It didn't like cause an HR meeting.
Oh no! I'm sure he's fine. I just don't understand why. Like,
I don't think he even remembers why he picked that word because it was like 30 fucking years ago.
It was learning this word anymore.
Well, I mean, this guy, like this uncle I'm referring to, is like an academic. Like he's read a lot of fucking books and has like advanced degrees and shit. So like,
listen, listen. All I'm saying is when you read a lot of books, that means you get a lot of Lovecraft. And if you know, you know.
Yes, we do. Unfortunately. The only question is, did Lovecraft name the cat that himself, or did it have that name when he adopted it?
No, Lovecraft named that cat that, dude. What do you mean?
Probably, yeah, but I think.
Oh no, he named.
I think it actually was a rescue cat too, so it's not impossible that someone else named it that.
Going here, come on, here.
I don't think it's likely, but you never know. I mean, as fucking Ivas pointed out a few months ago, there's like an Aboriginal tribe whose word for dog is also dog, just by coincidence. So yeah. I could see two different guys in the same general area having the same stupid racist idea. Anyway, speaking of things that are black, or the black suit, I should say.
What the fuck? That was a switch.
He's got a black suit now.
No. I just love it. I was just caught off guard.
I needed some kind of fucking segue. Give me a minute. So, anyway, Daredevil Born Again, Season 2 tonight. Fuck you, Alex. That show is great. I love Daredevil Born Again, despite the fact that it was cobbled together from two other shows. It has a few issues, but, whatever.
Alex, why do you hate this Daredevil?
He doesn't hate it. He just, doesn't like it as much as I do. Basically what it is that unlike me, he can see the two shows that were stapled together, whereas I kind of feel like they did a really good job of stapling the two shows together.
I got that.
Also, no matter what disappointment you may feel, you can't argue with the fact that whether or not you like the decisions it makes, Daredevil Born Again is an actual show and not a vehicle for toy sales and merchandise like most of the Marvel shows are.
That is
So even if it sucks, you have to admit that part.
What? When will we raise the bar back up to where it doesn't matter if we can admit these things? It's still not there can still be.
Well, yes, obviously they're going to make some Daredevil merchandise. I'm saying that, it was not written around toy sales the way fucking Secret Invasion or whatever was.
Actually, I'm also going to say, do you think it's inherently bad when something's made for toy sales?
No. My favorite franchise ever is a toy commercial, Star Wars.
I mean, Transformers, TMNT, He-Man, you got some real bangers out of just toy sales.
I would debate whether or not TMNT was that a little bit, because it did exist before the cartoon, but you're mostly right. Mostly.
I get what you're saying on that. I get what you're saying.
And yes, I know it had a Miss Marvel toy in an episode, but it was like a cameo appearance. Whatever. I don't get mad at like fucking.
It was a cameo from an advertiser.
No, it was there's a little Funko Pop of Miss Marvel for like one fucking shot.
A Funko Pop. A Funko
Yeah.
Pop, bro.
Well, that is what a fucking nerdy 16-year-old girl would give her father as a birthday present. Yeah.
I hate it here.
I don't know. Like the original Superman movie has a whole scene where like there's a really ultra visible Cheerios box, but it's also like, yeah, it's a kitchen at breakfast time. Of course there's going to be Cheerios. I'm not mad at the product placement when it makes sense.
Oh, well, I mean, no breakfast is complete without Goya. Goya.
I actually speaking of Marvel MCU shows that are actually good, one of my favorite product placements ever, because I noticed how subtly and not distracting it was in Jessica Jones. She wakes up hungover, as she often is, and Malcolm needs to get her presentable for a client meeting, so he like fucking drags her out of bed and throws some food in her face and whatever. And one of the things she does to wake herself up is chug a Red Bull. But they don't fucking do what every other product placement scene does, which is where they make sure the Red Bull logo is clearly visible. It's actually the opposite. She grabs the can, chugs it, slams it down, and it's like facing away, not even fully away from the camera, like 60% away from the camera. So it's like very clearly a Red Bull can, but they're not advertising that it's Red Bull. It's just, yeah, that's what we had on hand.
Nah, it's just what she has to do, you know? It's just quick and easy.
Like it comes across like they just grabbed the first energy drink they saw on the craft services shelf and not they have a licensing deal with Red Bull to have Red Bull in this scene.
You can always tell when they want it done. You can just tell in your heart.
Well, one thing, I don't know if they still do this, but for a long time, Apple had a rule that you can't depict the villain using an Apple product. And it led to some people in like some movies correctly guessing which guy was going to turn out to be the villain because he was the only one with an Android phone or whatever.
That is like
I think they did away with that eventually though, because I've watched movies where some real fucking pieces of shit use iPhones. So,
I mean, they made multiple movies about Steve Jobs, so.
well, true, but I wasn't even talking about Steve Jobs.
Ew. Because he's a piece of shit and he died because of his own stupidity.
Yeah, didn't he like not get cancer treatment and fucking eat a bunch of carrots or some shit?
Dude ate a fuck ton of vegetables because he thought that people from Venus were gonna cure his cancer with weird like stuff up his butt and like enemas and weird fucking hoodoo voodoo practices because he's too smart to believe in the mumbo jumbo that is actual science. Fuck.
Bro, imagine he was actually right and the aliens just arrived like 12 hours too late and they're like, fuck!
No!
Wait, when did Steve Jobs die again? October 5th, 2011? Were there any big UFO sightings around then?
Are you about to make what's the fucking UFO called?
I don't know. Oh, Heaven's Gate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I always forget that because Heaven's Gate is also the name of a very ambitious Western drama from 1980 that bankrupted a studio because it was so expensive.
Nah, this is Jobs Gate.
Yeah. So what are the other? Well, one's a piece of good news and the other is just something I'm excited about. This Punisher special we were promised a few years ago has finally been scheduled for release. May 12th, baby.
I just want like real fucking violence with this shit.
Well, see, have you watched Daredevil Born Again yet?
No.
There is, not only is it like rated R, so there's a lot of violence and there's some actual swears, the shit they let Punisher do, both graphic violence wise and political implications wise, is shocking.
Okay.
Because one, like there's a, so I won't spoil anything major, but among plot developments this season, Kingpin is the mayor now. and he forms a whole like anti-vigilante task force in the police department, and then we very quickly find out the whole thing's corrupt. They're all in bed with the mafia. They're all like, all that shit. So Punisher doesn't kill normal cops who are just doing their jobs because he just views them as normal people doing their jobs. But corrupt cops he'll kill. And there's an entire sequence of him not only murdering NYPD cops, but like not just with guns. He at one point he's like hacking one of them up with a fucking axe, and there's blood spraying everywhere. Like it's shockingly violent what they show Punisher doing in this show.
Damn.
Now his Netflix show was also violent as well. I'm saying I'm shocked that they brought it back on Disney Plus.
I like that.
Yeah, they there's a whole fucking extended scene of him and Daredevil fighting cops together. The difference being Daredevil, because he's Daredevil, is taking them down non-lethally, and Castle is chopping their fucking heads off with an axe. He's doing that like barbarian scream. Did you ever watch his show on Netflix?
God, I really just have not kept up with the Marvel shit.
That's fine. Most of it's not worth it. But the Netflix shit and its subsequent revivals on Disney Plus are all great. Well, not all great. Iron Fist has its issues, but I still like it. The rest of them are
that's
great.
what it was. I had watched Iron Fist. I was like, this is pissing me off, and I stopped watching. So.
Yeah, I like Iron Fist more than most people, but I definitely think it was the worst of the ones. So anyway, Punisher does a bunch of fucking violent shit, and he has this like, because this version is a little more unstable, he has this fucking yell he always does during fights. Like he'll like when he's fighting a guy, like he'll like, let's say he's got 3 guys coming at him, he'll like snap one guy's neck, pick up his knife, and go before charging into the next group of them. Yeah, like he's a fucking lunatic. Like, actually,
does he gotta do it every time?
Not every time. He just does it occasionally. But like when he's really pissed off, he does it.
It's like reloading in Call of Duty. You know, if you do it after every kill, you're just not gonna get that many.
Yeah, it's more like when he's in a fight that he has to really pay attention to. Because note that the example I gave is when he's barehanded. When he's fighting with guns, he's more like logical and dispassionate. But then when it comes to fists, like his fucking barbarian nutcase comes out.
I mean, because he's just the best soldier, right?
I mean, he's not literally the best who ever lived, but he is an exceptionally skilled soldier at what he does.
Sometimes I gotta wonder how that's even enough to do anything against some of these people.
Well, that's kind of the thing. Like, that's why Punisher lives on kind of the outskirts of the Marvel universe. I believe one comic he described it as, there's a lot of crime in this city that's too big for the cops and too small for the superheroes to notice. So, like, that's why he goes after, like, the mafia. It's very rare that Punisher goes up against a villain, like, with powers. It happens occasionally, but very rarely.
I would just, like...
His greatest power is that he's still alive, yeah. The thing is, like, what?
Someone needs to give him some tech or something.
Sometimes he does have that, but usually, because they need to keep it fairly realistic and disconnected, there's always some explanation for why he never scavenges fucking Skrull tech from one of their invasions or whatever.
Yeah, bro, honestly, like, just give him a high-powered alien sniper rifle, and then just let him be the greatest support character of all time.
Do you know who Microchip is?
I don't.
Microchip is, that's not his real name, of course, it's just his code name. He's like a computer programmer who's Castle's like on and off sidekick, best friend, tech weapons guy. So Punisher does occasionally whip out some like not alien level, but like some high tech shit that Micro whipped up for him or whatever, like a high tech EMP grenade or something.
True.
It's also annoying for him because heroes keep getting in the way, and his code means he can't kill the superheroes, so he typically stays away from them.
Why can't he kill the superheroes?
He has a code of ethics he operates under.
Sure, but like, why can't he kill the superheroes?
Why would he kill and like, when I say innocent, I mean like not a criminal. Like, why would he kill Spider-Man? Spider-Man hasn't done anything wrong.
I mean, there's like an entire half a city who like calls him a criminal and a menace and all that.
Yeah, but Frank is smarter than that.
Whoa. Okay, so
Like
like
Frank and Spider-Man actually know each other fairly well. Like he knows Spider-Man well enough to know if he's acting weird or not like himself.
I mean, shit. At that point,
He also researches the hell out of his targets. You're correct.
dog, I'm surprised he's not doing more assassinations at that point.
He does a lot of them in the comic, actually. We just don't see them as often because a single assassination isn't the most interesting setup for an action scene.
No, see, like I just really enjoy like give me like a random TV show about any random hero, and then just give me like once per episode, give me like a 10-second snippet of just like Frank Castle just fucking blowing someone's brains out.
So there's the opening of the pilot of his Netflix show. Because he gets introduced in season 2 of Daredevil, like he's the B story of the season.
You're probably wondering how I came here.
I mean, kind of, yeah. So Punisher, my point is the Punisher show assumes you're caught up on his lore, so it doesn't like do his origin or anything. It just kind of starts.
As it should be.
And because Daredevil handled all that. So the opening like 5 minutes of the episode is a montage of him killing criminals at various parts of the US, specifically various criminals that were involved in his family's death.
This is the only time it will be relevant to play We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah. So they have like him in New York. Oh, this is him in like the woods out in Alabama hunting down some fucking biker gangs. Oh, here's him in the swamps of Louisiana killing some fucking like poachers, whatever.
Here's him in a green room shooting Professor X in the face. Wait, what?
True. Oh yeah, Blair from Ted was in season 2 of it as well for some reason.
Ooh, fire.
Yeah, she plays like this teen runaway that he rescues, who kind of becomes his like reluctant sidekick.
She likes playing a displaced teenager, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, at the end of this not the very end, but one of the last bits of this montage of him killing guys, each place he goes, it says where it is: New York City, Huntsville, Alabama, wherever. And then we see one, it says Juarez, Mexico, and it's like some Mexican gangster dude like dancing in the club. He goes up to the second floor and some girls grinding on him, and she's probably about to suck his dick or whatever, because this room is like semi-private.
Or whatever.
And we're watching. Well, she like kneels down at one point. It's unclear if she's still that's part of the dance or if she's like actually getting ready to go. But we're seeing all this from a sniper scope, and then the sniper rifle fires. Like we hear the sound and we see the kickback. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on like 5 or 6 seconds, the guy's head finally explodes. Nice. And they zoom out to reveal that this Juarez, Mexico, that Frank took the shot from El Paso, Texas, like 4.5 miles away.
That is beautiful.
It's the coolest. Like the fucking location tag changes as it zooms out. It's so cool.
Okay, see, this is what I mean. Give this guy just a really good gun, and
well, that's why we're all excited for this, because if this does well, they'll bring his show back.
But this says one last kill.
Well, yeah, that's a thing with Frank, like, especially in this iteration. He's always retiring for 10 minutes and then coming back, and then retiring for 10 minutes and coming back. Like being the Punisher is almost like an addiction to him, where, like, he kind of falls on and off the wagon.
Dog, okay, here's a pitch for a movie. The greatest game, except the stage is the entire country, and it's just Frank Castle trying to kill a Juggernaut.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, the show, as much as I love the show, a lot of it was consistently about him going into and coming out of retirement.
So he's okay.
Yeah, that annoys me a little, and if they revive his show, I hope they don't do that, because like it's a good story, but they've done it enough times.
So is he a just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in kind of guy, or a you son of a bitch, I'm in kind of guy?
The latter, trying to be the former. He always retires and wants to stay retired, and eventually sees a situation that needs his handling, and he's like, God fucking damn it, fine.
Oh, dude. Fucking How about this? Red versus Blue, Bishop and Frank Castle.
That would be good.
Just
I actually I agree with this. I don't like Reluctant Punisher. I like when he's all in. In the comics, he's just the soldier in the Endless War and he likes it. I would hesitate to say he likes it.
But I think he knows his place.
Yeah, that's literally like, especially the Max comics, which are the ones I'm familiar with. That's literally when they finally show the actual flashback, because they don't for most of the run because we know what happened. But when they do finally show it, they show like he comes back from Vietnam and he's fucked up. Like he doesn't really know how to be a person. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't like that he likes it. Like he keeps fucking getting fired from shitty jobs. He's like washing dishes at the bar for $2 an hour type of shit.
Would you
and so
the bar for $2 an hour?
What?
Would you not wash dishes at the bar for $2 an hour?
No, I wouldn't.
He's a Vietnam vet. Everyone hates him.
Well, that's they delve into that a little, but not as much. It's more about his personal stuff.
Okay.
Preacher delves into that quite a bit. Punisher kind of doesn't, just because the same writer had done it in Preacher, so he didn't feel the need to do it again.
Like, listen, I hate the American imperialist war machine, but like, I do just got to throw out there, there's a certain special kind of sadness I get when I think about like, if like you're in like a jungle in Vietnam, and like you're like thinking about, well, listen, when them World War II boys got home, man, the shit was popping. And like you're just like, oh yeah, I just got to get through. Fucking 3 fucking years you're in this shit, or however fucking long. Some people have to go long. Who knows?
Yeah. In Castle's case, he went back a few times, so he was there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's like a lot of those people who are like, well, if the war's going, I gotta go back. But no, you get back home, and they're like, you dumb bitch, I hate you. Like,
yeah.
There's a certain type of sadness that brings.
Well, I think the only reason Garth Ennis didn't do more with that in Punisher is just because he'd already done it in Preacher.
Fair.
Because and also by this point, this particular storyline is happening. It's not even Garth Ennis anymore. It's Jason Aaron now. But he, it's more about his personal stuff. He can't fucking relate to anyone. Like, he says something about like, I felt like an astronaut on an alien world, and my children were these weird constructs that would shatter if I looked at them too long. And eventually, that fateful day, he took his family to the park. One of the reasons he took them there was to have a nice fucking day before telling his wife he's leaving. Yeah, I think he sleeps, if not in the yard, certainly in the garage. He does that at one point. But so he tells his wife, look, I'm leaving. I'm going back to the army. I can't fucking hack it in the normal world anymore. If you want a divorce, that's fine. You can have the kids. You can have the house. I'll sign all the fucking papers. I won't fight you anything. And he just says, like, I'm sorry, I can't be here anymore. And she's like, the tears are starting to form in her eyes, and she's about to fucking give him shit, and the bullets fly and hit them both.
Are you sure she's gonna give him shit?
Well, she's like, you can see in her eyes, like, Frank, don't you dare, and like, it's something like that, and then the bullet hits. Like, she was about to say, like, don't you dare walk out on us, or whatever.
So what you're saying is, instead of Frank being, you son of a bitch, I'm in, his wife was like, you son of a bitch, I'm out.
Yeah. In the 616 continuity, the mainstream one, they revealed it's the opposite. She was going to divorce him because he was all fucked up.
Which is like a reasonable one.
In the show's version, it was the opposite of both of those, which was he was perfectly capable of making it as a normal person. What?
And she was just fucking a civilian?
No.
Goddamn shitties.
No, what happened was that the war took its toll on him, and getting to go home was the relief he desperately wanted, and he was over the moon with bliss for about a month till the fucking bullets hit. Maybe not even a month.
That's more of a just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Yeah, in fact, he got something a lot of people forget. He gets hurt in that shootout. Like in the comics version, they have to dig a few bullets out of him afterwards. In the show's version, that's where the skull comes from. The skull logo, that's an X-ray of his skull
Oh,
that they did after he got shot in the fucking head. Like there was a little mark on the skull where the bullet bounced off his fucking skull, or like grazed along it or whatever.
do you think what happened to the Punisher logo is karmic retribution for what we let happen to V for Vendetta and Rorschach?
Yes.
like,
See, I don't. That's why I don't like the story as much. It's just X-Men Origins Wolverine. You're kind of right. I didn't think about that. I would say, however, that unlike X-Men Origins Wolverine, it's good.
no,
Which is the
don't
key
you do
difference.
this. Don't you do this. Don't you do this. I actually liked parts of X-Men Origins.
I love parts of that movie. Parts of it.
I mean, what's like so terrible about it though?
That's the thing.
Other
At
than-
the time, it was the worst fucking X-Men movie ever made, and then several movies afterwards were even worse.
Okay. I mean, plus, tell me if I'm wrong here. While there are some shitty comic renditions that we got mad at the time in that movie, because we were trying to get everything we could and we maybe wanted a certain page flipper to be a bit more represented and laughy, but it's not like he didn't use that in his later media to make a ton of content.
No, I know. And like I said, there are elements of X-Men Origins Wolverine that are good. Even the ones that suck function on a basic like story structure level. They're just not good. I disagree. I think X-Men Last Stand, while it's not that great, is not as bad as everyone says. It's still not good, but there are way worse X-Men movies that came after. Yeah, exactly. It didn't break anything. It just made Wolverine's story simpler. Though it did kind of fuck with Sabretooth, but kind of not. But that's just a problem with every fucking X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Like, literally every X-Men movie has continuity issues with other X-Men movies.
Well, because there's a fuck ton of characters. It's going to be hard.
Well, yeah, and they also loved to do Easter eggs, not thinking they'd ever get to do the real character.
Yeah, dude, they love to drop that. Oh, you get it?
Yeah, like there's in X-Men 2, there's like a random newscast in the background where you hear somebody mention Senator Hank McCoy. And then in the next movie, they did a proper adaptation of Hank McCoy.
Yeah, guy just has the same name.
Well, yeah, exactly. You can logic out all of these. Like for example, Origins with Sabretooth, they don't ever call him Sabretooth in Origins Wolverine, so he is technically possibly a different character than the last Sabretooth was.
Listen, we can remake Blue Beetle when we find it. This is fine.
Yeah, Blue Beetle is a good movie. You should check it out.
Fine. But
I'm not saying it's fucking amazing, but it's a solid movie. It's got some cool political themes, got decent acting, you know.
But I'm actively going to watch the Cobra Kai finale right before.
Okay. Yeah, actually, there was some... You're talking about Sabretooth. There was, like, one fan theory that, like, his mutation caused his mind to decay as his body grew stronger or something. That's possible. It could also... Again, they never call Victor Sabretooth in that movie, so it's just two dudes with the same mutation. That's not that crazy.
What do you mean? No one else in Marvel ever shares powers.
Well, they do. Like, I get that you're being sarcastic, but that's one of the things. Some mutant powers are common enough that multiple characters have them. Like, ooh, this guy can shoot fire. Yeah, there's like 30 different variations on that.
How many telepaths do we fucking have?
A bunch. Now, granted, they have different forms of telepathy, sure, but like the same basic power set.
Over half of them can talk with each other type shit.
Yeah, like if we look at
Mind Cell Network,
the first X-Men movie, this is part of why those movies aren't that great in hindsight. The starting lineup of the X-Men in the first movie, like at the beginning, is Professor X, Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Storm. That's it. You got 4 superheroes, and 2 of them have the same fucking powers.
Well, to be fair, you have a handy-capable person, a rich handy-capable person.
Very rich, yes.
a telepath I can send into the field, a god, and a cannon with legs.
Yeah, well, I mean, cannon with legs, that depends which version of Cyclops. That movie's version, yes.
Well, yeah, that one. That one's just a cannon with legs.
Yeah, but like in X-Men 97, he has like actual really useful, not only just powers, but he's like a very skilled tactician and leader and martial artist. And
yeah. Like he's great, and like boy,
there's a scene in that fucking show where he jumps out of a plane with no parachute and lands safely by just shooting his beams at the ground to slow his descent.
I've seen that shit. No, I saw
So
that.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, that shit's hard. just stared the ground into submission. Like I can bring something up here.
Okay.
Fucking Chuck Norris is dead.
Yeah, he is. I forgot about that because I haven't thought about Chuck Norris in probably 15 years.
Bro, I hated Chuck Norris jokes when I was.
I have a whole book of them up there somewhere.
I hate them so much. Bro, why the fuck do we care about Chuck Norris? See,
so it started off as sarcastic, but nobody ever watched any of his fucking movies except for that one Bruce Lee movie he was in. So they all thought, damn, this guy's movies must be nuts if all these people are saying this about him.
But he loses in Enter the Dragon.
Well, yeah, that's the only one. First of all, a lot of people haven't even seen that. But if anyone has really seen any Chuck Norris movie, it's probably Enter the Dragon. Or maybe some Walker, Texas Ranger, but that's a TV show.
And it's better to watch the sequel anyway.
Which sequel?
Return of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Or Revenge of the Dragon? I fucking forgot what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I don't know. But I actually, there's a store near me that sells like collectibles and shit, and one of the things they sell is VHS tapes. And I actually bought a friend of mine for his birthday a VHS of the Chuck Norris movie Silent Rage.
Is it good?
No! At least not that I know of. He watched it and he was like, it's not good, but it's more interesting than I expected because it's kind of like a slasher movie at times. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I'm just saying, do you want to know who we should have been giving all this clout to?
Who?
Jim Kelly.
Who?
Jim Kelly. Man, you come right out of a comic book. Otherwise known as the black dude with the afro from the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this guy. Yeah, someone on Twitter said it best that, like, basically the only reason Chuck Norris's death is notable is because it was one of the last living people who fought Bruce Lee.
That is a really valid point. Actually.
Yeah, he's like, that's pretty much the only fucking thing about Chuck Norris
I did not
that's
consider
notable.
that. That is a really valid point.
Actually, I forgot to bring this up earlier when we were talking about We Didn't Start the Fire. Did you know that there are now only 3 people mentioned in that song left alive?
Okay, so I'm gonna take a wild guess. It's probably not JFK.
Probably not. We don't know for sure, I guess.
Probably. Doris. No, is Doris Day alive?
No. One of them is easy to guess. The other 2 are not.
Because Nixon's dead.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that I know a lot of these lyrics. But like or maybe not enough of them. Hold on, I'm gonna pull them up and just look at them.
Okay. I know the answer, by the way. I'm just letting you guess.
Brando?
No. Brando is famously dead.
Because this is. So I mean, oh wait, hold on. Are you counting U2 as one person?
No.
How many do I get with U2?
Oh no, U2 is not one of the ones. I thought he was talking about the actual rocket and not the band, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh fuck, you're probably right. Yeah, no, I'm being way too, I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, assumedly,
Two of them are famous artists, and
Bernie
the
Getz?
third, what?
Bernie Getz?
Yes, actually, that is not the one I thought you were going to guess, but yes, Bernie Getz is one of the three. The other two are famous artists. I'll say that.
I'm like, you don't mean that ironically, right?
No, I mean like actual famous artists.
Is Warhol in here?
No, but he's not alive either.
Oh, shows how much I know. It's definitely not Sonny Liston.
I'm not giving him that hint, Alex.
Yeah, I know, because I'm reading these anyway, so I can't even see you. Chubby Checker.
Yes.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
You have somehow not gotten the easiest one.
Really?
Yes.
My head does not work in normal ways. You know this.
I mean, they don't say his entire name, so maybe you're just not thinking of it, but yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you counting Paul McCartney?
No.
Well, you got to count Paul McCartney and Ringo.
Yeah, well, individuals mentioned, I should say.
Okay. I'm just playing.
And technically, he mentions Beatlemania, not the Beatles themselves.
Oh my fucking!
If we're being very technical.
Oh my fucking god! You said technically this guy's full name isn't even mentioned.
Well, one of a name by which he is known is mentioned. It's just not his full legal name.
This is weird. This is clearly funny to you.
This is the one I thought you were gonna instantly know.
I'm having like a moment right now.
This is so much fun for me.
What? No. Okay, no. Liberace?
No. He died relatively recently, like within the last 20 years, but or maybe not.
I just wouldn't be surprised if he was alive type shit.
He's young enough that he could be, but he died relatively young. Oh no, he was a lot older than I thought. He was born in 1919. Never mind. I thought he was born in like the 30s.
Jack Kerouac?
No, shockingly.
Yeah. No.
I guess not that shockingly.
Yeah. It's a fucking.
You're getting to it because I know where in the song Kerouac is mentioned. So as you read, you're getting to it.
Who is Dylan?
Bob Dylan. There you go, Bob Dylan.
I wasn't sure if it was Bob Dylan or fucking 30 other Dylans. Like
that is fair. That is a reference that got lost to time a little. But in like 1989, if you said Dylan in the music context, everybody knew who you were talking about. That
there's no context for this. He's talking about the fucking Bay of Pigs and shit, dude.
Well, Bob Dylan had his rise to fame like right before the Bay of Pigs.
I'm just saying, That I don't know if there was another Dylan.
I've always been confused why everyone knows who James Dean is. Care to celebrate? I assume you meant elaborate. Everyone knows who James Dean is because he only did 3 movies, and all 3 of them are really famous.
And he's cute as fuck.
Yeah, and he was cute as fuck, and he was considered an exceptionally good actor, at least for his era's acting style, because obviously that shit's relative and changes with time.
If you listen to any sort of screamo music and you're around my age, you might also know if you're James Dean, I'm Audrey Hepburn. It's like an often referenced thing.
Yeah, James Dean has both an Eagles song named after him as well as a porn star who got canceled for being a sexual predator. Though he changed the spelling to be Dean with 2 E's.
But
Fun fact, one of James Dean's 3 movies, Rebel Without a Cause, was also the film debut of I believe, 19 or so year old Dennis Hopper.
Rebel Without a Cause is the good one, right?
They're all good. That's my favorite
but
of the 3.
Yeah. It's
the most famous one. Like East of Eden is famous, but it's more famous for being a James Dean movie than it is for being based on a Steinbeck novel.
True.
And then there's Giant, which that's probably the least famous of the 3, which is funny because I believe it was the latest made.
I think there's also just something about like it's okay. James Dean is the Tupac of Hollywood actors.
I'm not even going to ask you to elaborate. I instinctively know what you mean, and you're correct.
because dude,
yeah, and also like Rebel Without a Cause is his look was a big fucking part of it. In fact, his look was the inspiration for Fry from Futurama. Everyone forgets that.
James Dean,
like Fry is cosplaying as James Dean from Rebel Without a Cause all the time.
Like, albeit the jacket doesn't look right, but
well, yeah, it's a different style jacket, but it's the same color.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because they had to change it a little for legal reasons. But yeah, Rebel Without a Cause is a good fucking movie. As I said, film debut of Dennis Hopper as one of the bullies, which is fucking insane to see Dennis Hopper at age 19 with hair, with red hair. It's a good movie, explores a lot of shit decades before any other movie would. Like the whole fucking notion of doing a thing about teen delinquency where it's like because the parents are assholes. That was 3 decades ahead of its time minimum. We didn't get shit like that in movies as a mainstream till like the late 80s with Heathers and shit.
Plus, do you remember all those stories about James Dean getting drunk and beating the shit out of his wife?
I remember the stories about the porn star James Dean doing that.
No, what I mean is one of those like cut down too soon.
Oh yeah, that is part of it. He did die at like
uncorrupted. Like he's
not only uncorrupted, but died at like the rising to the peak era of his career.
Like he's the Tupac of Hollywood actors.
Yeah. One of my probably my favorite musician of all. What?
James Dean's an early Mac Miller, if you will.
Yeah, or probably my favorite musician of all time, Jim Croce, was another one killed in a plane crash at age 30 at the height of his fame.
Well, because he was there the day the music died, right?
No, that was a different plane crash.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's not Buddy Holly's plane crash. It's a different one. It's so weird.
Why?
Just because, like, all you fuckers did not need to fly.
Yeah, Jim Croce's was, I don't know all the details of the day the music died, but yeah, I've read up a lot on the Jim Croce plane crash. And it was just like weather. Just the weather was more fucked up than they thought it was going to be. The guy lost control of the plane.
I'm just saying, there's a reason the song isn't called I'm Flying Back to Georgia.
Yeah, true. Fun fact, and an actual fun fact this time, Time in a Bottle went viral twice. Or not viral, became a #1.
Let me guess. Once with the X-Men scene with Quicksilver.
No, no, I mean before that. Viral is the wrong word. They actually, I'm trying to think of what the word is.
Top Billboard charts?
Yeah, basically. Because they released, it had its initial release, or it didn't top them twice, but it got released twice. So it had its initial release in 72 with You Don't Mess Around with Jim. And then Jim Croce died in 73. And so after he died, the lyrics of Time in a Bottle kind of took on a new meaning to his fans. And so demand for the single went up to number one again. So that became his second number one hit. His first being
Leroy Brown.
Bad Bad Leroy Brown.
I was prepared for this.
Yeah, he has so many fucking hits that like it's hard to remember
like
which
the
two.
mainstream hits, and then there's like the bangers. You know what I mean?
Well, they're all bangers, but like I don't know. One thing I took note of when I watched season 2 of Hunters is that when they needed a random song for his girlfriend to be listening to in the background of one scene, they chose a fairly deep cut Jim Croce song.
We're not spoiling Hunters. That's the thing we do, right?
I mean, we can, but we shouldn't.
Was there someone who was watching it?
Oh yeah, I said not to spoil it because someone was, but that's not a spoiler to say that his girlfriend listens to a Jim Croce song in the background of.
Well, no. I was just asking in general because I was like, Hunters. How much can I even say on this show?
Be better to avoid it while we can. Oh, I just noticed this. I'd say James Dean is like if Leonardo DiCaprio died young, or if he didn't live, as he wrote it. I mean, obviously that's a rough comparison, but yeah, you're not wrong.
I can see what you're getting at. Yeah, I remember back in the days when like you felt bad for Leo.
Yeah.
Fucked him every year for no reason. They like it was just impossible. He was not winning. It was just not. It didn't matter. Did not matter.
I once heard a very funny comparison made between DiCaprio finally getting an Oscar for The Revenant, even though he didn't really deserve it, and they compared that to O.J. Simpson being found not guilty.
Because listen, so many should have went one way. It didn't.
Well, that's
this one.
It was on the Nightly Show. It was a panel discussion about like black issues, and one of the things they discussed is why did black people support OJ when he was so obviously guilty? And the lady says that whole comparison, which funny as it is also just the reason.
I think if we have to ask this, it's so silly. Why are these impoverished people seeming to cheer for a member of their impoverished group, even though that person might have done something wrong?
Yeah, and OJ grew up relatively impoverished himself, didn't he?
Yeah, but yeah, it's
so
just funny.
Solidarity there.
Well, yeah, but then you have to logically ask, okay, so you're saying that you would never do this if he didn't do something wrong. Well, no. But like so at that point, it doesn't matter if he did something wrong. From that perspective, because the same outcome could have happened.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I would have loved OJ to be innocent too, because I like those Naked Gun movies.
I mean, we have to give it up to one of the shittiest people on the planet for one of what is this half a joke, half a very poignant point. I just want OJ to live because Joe Rogan was right.
Oh, the
outside the aliens part, if like
oh yeah, back when Joe Rogan was actually funny.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite fucking bits, despite what he turned into.
For those who might not have seen it, Joe Rogan pointed out that if O.J. Simpson didn't get arrested, then the entire Super Bowl goes differently, which means that one of the members doesn't, or actually, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. If the Super Bowl went differently, OJ wouldn't have been traded to a different team. If OJ wasn't traded to a different team, he wouldn't have met his wife, who he then later was convicted of killing, or wasn't convicted of killing. Excuse me. Even though
we know he did it.
I ain't saying that, but following this, his lawyer, Robert Kardashian, gets a big paycheck and rises to a little more fame, which allows his family to promote their daughter
Yeah, and Kim fucks the black dude, or whatever the joke was. And,
Oh my god! Can we at least put a little respect on Ray J?
well, no, his joke was like, and then Kim's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck this black dude with this big dick," or whatever.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
that's
joke
right. I
was,
forgot about that.
or it was, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this R&B singer with a huge dick."
That's what it is. Ray J be swinging.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen the video. I didn't think his dick was that big.
I haven't actually watched it.
It sucks. He has to pull out to relube every like 15 seconds. Like it's shitty sex they're having.
Well, folks, it's a good thing that Larry would be prepared for that with his fantastically large bottle.
I'm a proud masturbator. Sorry.
I'm a proud baiter of masters. I guess I don't know.
Go away, mom. I'm masturbating.
Fucking great. It's fucking great.
I love that they pulled that from. So I have a friend who hadn't seen that episode, and she knew that they pulled it from reruns after Charlie Kirk got Charlie murked. And so I let her borrow my Paramount Plus account, and she watched it. And she's like, "Wait, that's what they pulled? That was so inoffensive."
Yeah, he changed his hair to a Kirk haircut, had his outfit, and then referenced the Bible like 3 times.
The funniest part of that, though, was so Charlie Kirk had to pretend he was in on the joke because, like, otherwise he's going to piss his pants and cry.
Because he's weak.
Yeah, so he used Cartman as him as his profile picture on, like, everything, and he eventually changed it back to something normal, but he didn't do every account. So his, I believe, I think it was TikTok. His official TikTok account still had that profile picture up after he died.
That's rough.
The Kirkening.
I mean, hear me out though. He could have been the greatest competitive whistler of all time.
Why? Do I get this joke?
Oh, I mean, he's just a human flute at this point.
Ah, I thought he was a DEI fountain.
Oh my god, that's damn. Wait, why is it DEI?
Because it's like not real, but they made it into one because that's what these people think DEI means.
Oh god. I
wonder if he'll be mentioned in the next We Didn't Start the Fire. I hope so, but I hope he gets like one single line. Charlie Kirk, astronauts. Like, I hope it just goes like that.
I mean, you could say something like George Floyd, Charlie Kirk. That comparison really hurt.
Yeah. Charlie Kirk got blown away. We didn't start the fire. Do you remember the fucking parody, We Didn't Start the Flame War?
Yes.
First post, fucking gay. Second post, go away. Stupid picture, Simpsons did it. South Park did it too.
Oh yeah, by the way, bro, I literally got banned from a fucking meme group.
Did you? I couldn't fucking find
bro, I got banned from that meme group for that tame ass fucking pic.
Wait, which picture was yours again?
Okay, my picture was of a post a guy made on Reddit about how he shows Kendrick Lamar off to the black people around him when he rides public transit.
Oh, yeah, so it was just you sharing like, haha, this is funny and embarrassing.
Yes, in the fucking group about how people post insane shit online. It was like one of those. And so I just post, I don't say shit, I just post it. And fucking 600 comments later, and like I've like thrown in maybe 5 of these. One, I'm on a non-profile because I ain't getting my fucking black ass attached to this. I know how weird people get on the internet. 2, I was just out here not being weird, just like talking about fucking random, like people were in the comments talking about fucking hell. I think I was doing.
Hang on, this group might have gotten nuked.
Oh, I got the group nuked.
Well, I don't know if you did, but
I'm blaming myself.
Okay, because I can't find that group either, and I didn't interact with that post at all, so I know that it wasn't because, like, oh, he's associated with him.
Yeah, no, because, like, literally, dude, because it was going insane. and people were starting to say some heinous shit. It was starting to get there. The group,
Okay.
that's great. It's not at all. The what? That makes me feel worse.
There is a new group that I just found that has only 20 members called, I think, People Willingly Posting Things Batman Couldn't Beat Out of Me or something. I don't know if that's an associated group.
That's just, send me that. What the fuck? I'm okay. I feel a little better because I thought I got banned. Okay, folks. You can ask Larry here. I occasionally get banned from meme groups for strange reasons, and keeping track is just fun. My favorite was I got banned from a Lord of the Rings group.
Oh yeah, what'd you do again?
Oh, I just talked about how like it's a little problematic that every one of the orcs is inherently corrupted, even though some other beings show the potential for free will. And like, and there's like, no, Malgor. I'm like, but bro, I get it, but like, just think about this from a conventional point of view for a second. And they're like, oh, you're political, leave. And I got kicked, so that was fun.
Oh my god, people are so dumb.
Fucking weak stomachs, and I got GI issues.
Well, I am feeling my edible kicking in, so I want to go fucking watch Daredevil Born Again so that I really properly appreciate it. And I also am somehow thirsty and I have to pee at the same time, which means I technically could solve my own problem.
Bro.
I'm not going to, but I could.
I am going to go watch The Darwin Incident, a new anime that you might be interested in.
Nice.
There's a Human Z.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, they got vegan terrorists.
I'm coming up with this song in the meantime. Please do. I want to read more about the Kirkening.
The Kirkening?
Yeah.
He's writing Weed and Start the Fire.
You know, I said like that day that the funniest possibility was Trump dying on 9/11. I take it back. It's funnier that Charlie Kirk died the day before 9/11.
Why?
Because now there's 2 days in a row where my timeline is filled with the funniest fucking memes I've ever seen.
I hear you, but they're just gonna make a fucking festival out the shit if they get one more day. It's gonna be scary.
Oh yeah, when Trump dies, like that's gonna be a fucking federal holiday, an unofficial, if not official, federal holiday.
I mean, like I'll party in the streets with the people on that day. That'll be a cheap day. Like Jesus.
I have a little fucking. It's not an Irish jig so much as it is a racist approximation of an Irish jig that I do when I'm really happy, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Hi-de di 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 di.
How did I literally? I was gonna make the noise because I knew what you were just gonna do.
What?
Just hidey die. I don't know fucking how.
Oh, probably. Did you ever go to an improv show at college?
Yeah, I went.
Okay, because that's a game from improv, Irish drinking song. So it's just like lived in my head since then.
Oh no.
Yeah, like you have to come up like you're doing an Irish limerick, and each person has to add a new line that rhymes and everything.
There once was a man here named Larry who bought all the lube he could carry.
I bought one bottle.
It was thick. He coated his dick, but his cock was more than he could parry. There we go.
I mean, okay, that part is true. Let's be real. What are they pumping into him to keep that old racist balloon kicking? Amphetamines, antibiotics, fucking cancer medication? I don't know. Goddamn saline?
All the quaaludes that they're hiding from the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I mean, they're pumping something into that motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ, he has no right to still be alive.
I mean, how long until we get the extend your life drugs?
I don't know. I know that it will not come in time for our inevitable emergency stream about the news.
That it will not.
It's only a matter of time till that notification, till that big beautiful text pops up.
Dog, Larry's gonna just call me like 10 fucking times, and I'm just gonna know. Like, all right, I'm getting dressed. Fuck.
It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm coming.
I literally fucking my mom. I don't remember why I asked her this, but at some point I said, because I stay up way later than her, I was like,
Yeah.
Mom, if Trump dies while you're asleep, do you want me to wake you up to tell you, or do you want to wake up to the good news in the morning? And she's like, no, you wake me up and you tell me. And very shortly after we made this agreement, my mom took my grandma in for a surgery. And so my mom was like sleeping in a chair in the hospital room. And that was the day everyone noticed Trump hadn't been seen in weeks, and it was really suspicious. And we were all thinking he might have died. So I called my mom at 2:30 in the fucking morning, and she answered like a lunatic because I don't know, she's my mom. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry I woke you up. You wanted me to tell you Trump might be dead. And I explained to her like very quickly what was going on. And she's like, oh, that's good. Okay. I was like, I'll call you back if we find out. Okay, I love you.
I mean,
And yeah, my mom fucking despises Trump more than like most people.
I hate the guy. There's this bittersweet like tinge that I feel in that I can totally see the moment he dies, the day after, you're gonna have a bunch of people who are like, guys, we did it. The world is fixed.
Yeah, I know.
And then a bunch of people are gonna fucking take out guitars and they're gonna get really fucking you know exactly how they're gonna be.
I do. Yeah, they did the same thing after he lost in 2020.
They did the same thing after Obama got elected. Like
fucking Obama.
No, fucking Obama. Like it happens a lot. And I just guys, we really need to keep in perspective. It would be a positive thing for the country for that to happen, but it's not fixing the country for that to happen.
No, it's just very, very, very funny.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to go watch Daredevil, but first I'm going to explosively squeeze my lemon.
Now, always remember, folks, Larry may watch Daredevil, but Daredevil cannot watch you. Now, we haven't been saying it, but like, subscribe, do all these things.
Yes, turn on the stupid bell thing. I hate the bell thing, but it works apparently.
Where can people see us at? I don't know how that works.
They can see us on YouTube. We do have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts that I need to properly SEOify, but they are there.
If you train a pigeon to carry a message and you send it to me, I will change my last name to Tesla and fall in love with it. Folks, you have a great night. Bye-bye.
Tesla did indeed do that. That is a true story. Good night, everyone.